swipe my leg on that. Oh. And I haven't practiced his voice yet. Oh. Morning. There we are. There we are. I got his voice. You see.
Please tell me there's not another council meeting again.
Not that I know of. I mean, we gotta pick who's gonna go to the thing with in the town. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Office.
Good morning.
Hi.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Here, have a marble. It's red.
What is the floating centaur?
Oh, just pretend they grab it.
I'm just gonna put your.
I didn't know that centaurs are able
Here, hold
to
this.
float.
Thank you.
like
It's a white marble with a black dot in the center.
Oh, I'm Alice, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Hello, Alice. Nice to meet you.
that. Okay, there's too many people.
I'm Gobby. Oh, goodbye.
Nice to meet you, Gabby.
I scared him off. Can't believe it.
I suppose I
Yeah,
should
he's
do it
scared
on
of
the
the
thing
Yeah,
tomorrow.
it feels-
Town stage and all that
Or,
stuff.
maybe. I'm thinking it should be specifically people who have more relation to our anathemas.
Hmm.
But definitely no Tyrion should go. I think I should go since I'm technically Bear. I would like for Sally to go, and definitely Evie. Hey, what's going on?
Hello.
Morning.
Hello.
How we doing today? How is everybody?
Hey.
I do know, right?
Still sore from earlier, but doing.
Guess you're already cast. Are you,
I'm adjusting.
I mean, at least you got your
yes.
arm all
Are you enjoying your stays in Leafside?
tied up. So that's good.
Say again.
At least you got your arm all
Well, I've only
sorted.
been here a day, but so far everyone's been really nice to me, so I appreciate that. And
Adjusted the
so I
cast a
think
bit, so
actually
now
it's
it's,
been a good time so
it's
far.
uncomfortable for my shoulder.
That's wonderful to hear.
That's good.
How about you? 'Cause
I said
I know
cast, it's more of a
we were
sling.
here for what we
Yeah,
did on
but
our
I mean, as long as it's
expedition,
more
but I don't know
comfortable,
if you
then
if it's been nice since
that's the
then.
important bit.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's been pleasant, yes. I just
Good,
need
good.
to find a business to work with again.
Businesses. You know, we got a few of those. Someone's about to open up a jeweler soon, so maybe you could work there.
Get some food.
I know we always need people for the general store because it's sometimes it's open, sometimes it ain't.
Where's the general store, if you do not mind me asking?
Oh, the general store is that building right there with the stairs going up to it.
Next to the inn.
There's
Okay.
also a post office in there if you want to send letters and stuff.
I mean, what sort of trade do you do? Like, that's the important bit to ask, probably. I
Oh,
think.
that's also what do you do?
I make potions. I'm a mage.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, that's the case. For I know we also always need people in the apothecary. Never
Yeah.
have enough potions, especially with all the shenanigans
And you can
people
speak
do
to
here.
Amelia, who does fishing as well. Who else? So there's
Kai.
I
yeah.
do have a card as well. I can do transportation for goods, so need be.
Ooh, I know. Well, I just need stuff with the trade routes, but currently we're trying to get everything squared away in that. We need horses, because as much as it'd be nice if you could carry things across, the continent. I feel like I was asking too much of you.
It's not the first time. I've done it
Ah,
back
well.
home.
Oh, okay, well, maybe we'll consider it then.
That's how I was traveling here, is with my cart, with all the items that I brought with me.
Okay, do you have a place to stay, or are you just staying in the inn?
I didn't even book a room. I completely forgot.
Well, I do have. I don't know if you plan on staying here in Leafside, but I do have a room in my workshop that you could sleep in, or if you want, you could get a single bedroom for like 10 gold. If
I
you got
do
the money for it.
appreciate I will
Yep.
think about it. I'll just have to see what I can do from here. But yes, I am planning to stay here at Leafside. That's the whole
Hooray.
purpose of getting here.
Oh boy, then yeah, if you're ever looking for a house, then you can come to me, because I'm the treasurer. I'm in charge
We
of
have
of the
properties for
houses.
sale.
Oh, so was that you? No, it's true.
No,
Hi,
no.
Trail.
Oh,
Yeah, lots of
hi.
properties for sale.
How you doing this morning?
Yeah,
So
good.
do
I didn't feel like getting up, so I
Used
just
to
walked
walk
in the
around by
shadows.
himself.
That's
Now
fair.
he only hangs around Ophelia.
Makes it easier.
Oh, shoot.
Are you referring to?
Who are-
No, Master Garvey.
Hey,
Morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Sorry, did I
Morning.
offend you in some way, or?
what?
Trail.
No, I just said good morning.
I have a project that
Yeah.
I'm doing,
Oh,
but I'm
but
you
I'm
haven't
fully
made it.
capable of doing it all by myself.
Yeah,
However, I'm
it's
very,
cool.
very lazy, and I know that you have materials. Come
Sir,
help me. Come on.
Brought you the
Oh.
Concerning, but
I
okay.
was able to find Fabian's cane.
Oh boy. May I?
Of course. It's now your responsibility.
Feel important.
Looks like he's about to cast a spell.
It does look like it.
Oh shoot. Nah, I don't need to cast words. What if I could make glass come out of here? No, that will work out. We can worry about that later. Oh boy.
If people misbehave, you can just be like, I'm a
Thank you so
with the
much,
stick.
Earl. If you talk out of turn in the council meetings, I'll block you real hard.
Speaking
What
of
is
which, I
this?
was hoping we can discuss further restructuring with Master Blake at some point, if that will be all right.
That sounds good, yeah.
Oh,
So I know there's a few
I'll
things I
be at
want to
the
do
cafe.
about council meetings. All right, would I have?
Oh yes, of course.
I'll be there at some point probably.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, what's going on? Good morning.
You look very spoofy with that
Morning.
that king. Is it a king?
Hey, yeah, it's okay.
You look very
Well,
spoofy
It's more
with
of
it.
a staff for him.
Thank you. I am short. It's more like it.
It does look more like a staff.
You can give him a
Quite
good
bit
jab.
tall.
Oh no! You shouldn't strain yourself too much.
Yeah, no.
You just do what makes you comfortable.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh hello.
Good day, then.
Remind me. What was the name of the one that just disappeared? Fuck. Otto.
morning,
That's right. I
everybody.
knew it was an O. Listen, my brain is just not working today. Don't ask.
Yeah, I can. You seem, for some reason, stressed. For multiple reasons.
Maybe.
It's just coming out.
Oh. Arvis.
Morning.
Good morning.
Hello. I just said more than hello a lot. I haven't said much more.
We're waiting for Otto to be unkidnapped by the Time
God damn.
Lords.
What?
He got frozen in time. I think he fucked
Yes.
with the rune.
Yes, he was literally just messing with a rune, and then he was unmade.
Time Lords.
in
We gotta
front
find a
of us.
doctor who will
He
sort
just-
that.
Vanished.
Do indeed.
Do you know of a doctor that can fix that?
There's one.
It'd need to be one hell of a doctor.
there's, there's one called David Tennant. He lives in town over. Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds like
I think
the man we need.
I think there's about 13 or 14 of them at this point in that town over.
Oh,
That is a lot of this person to say. How are you sure you get the good one, the right one?
I mean, the right one's the 10th one. We all can agree on that.
I'm more inclined to the fourth one.
was pretty nice.
Oh,
Oh,
your tastes are awful.
What?
Oh, here we go.
You mean Dr. Tom Baker? How dare you?
How dare you?
I
Look.
10th
completely
or no
lost
one
now.
at all.
I see they all have
the
the
ninth
same
was really
name, but
nice. Okay.
I see they all have
Base?
the same name,
Yes,
but
incredibly
different at the same
based.
time. Do they have chosen names to differentiate? Is that what's going on? Do they all like choose different names on purpose? To
Yeah,
not
we've
have
got
confusion?
Doctor. Well, unfortunately, Doctors 1, 2, and 3 are dead now.
Oh, is that a shame?
But all the rest
They
of
must
them.
be the oldest.
Yeah, they were the oldest.
For some reason, the ninth one had a nickname of Bad Wolf. I don't know why.
Yeah, they tried
should
to
have
like
werewolf.
come back every once in a while, but it never really caught on.
It's weird. I mean, you know where they are because they have this really small house, but like it actually is a tunnel to a much bigger mansion that's underground.
Yes.
That would be an interesting rune to learn. Just it brings you somewhere a bit more open.
Bigger on the inside.
Yeah, exactly. How would that work?
I fear that we'll never see him again.
Man, and I just
Ungone.
Yeah, I don't feel his presence
before
like
we
at
spent
all
school.
coming back. I feel as though something actually happened. Like genuinely. I feel like he lost
Yeah,
connection
worried.
in full. Hold on.
Is he?
Is he? He's still there. He is still in the mental connection. So there he is. Sense of presence.
feel the presence.
My, my.
I feel a dark presence approaching.
Is that really?
Yeah, we're just going a little bit loopy already.
It's been 5 minutes. I think.
That's a really long.
I see.
break.
Don't worry about it. The science team has their reasons.
Just
Wait.
leaving
Is that
us.
the official name?
Yeah,
I
Team
mean,
Science.
we
Team
are a
Science.
bunch of nerds.
Yeah, but I don't want to just be all
We do
team
have to
nerd.
think of the weird shit on purpose.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we're a little bit crazy. We're a little bit, out there. We come up with ideas.
Speak for yourself. I like to think that I am relatively of normal mind.
You live in this town.
No,
That's what a
You
lot of
live, you
insane
live,
people
you
think.
you live in this town. You, there's nothing normal.
You can't just hit them with that.
I'm sorry, I was just stating facts.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no, fair.
So, which doctor's your favorite?
Well, to be honest, I don't think I've been able to accommodate myself with all of them.
Understood. I mean, there's so many.
Probably likes the
Yes,
11th, but the 11th is not the bad one. Like, that's not a bad. That's not bad.
Ugh.
The 11th.
So
there's,
referencing
I believe,
the
14 of them
town
now?
over, there's apparently a large number of doctors all by the same name.
There is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Curious.
Yeah, when you go there and you ask for a doctor, they go Doctor Who.
Name, I don't get it.
Very weird.
Ah, now I see.
You get it now.
Oh dear.
We were only mentioning it because apparently time snatched our friend who was trying to show us something.
He was playing with the rune and just disappeared.
Ah.
I'm not even sure what the rune was.
I mean, it unmade him in front of us, so. I'm
Yeah,
worried.
he just kind of.
Pretty dangerous, yeah.
But we do probably need to look into the what were they called? The orbs with the runes on them.
Yes, the.
I looked into it a little bit, and they were strange. They had runes that said an element. Like that's what they translated to, but like the element inside of it was like. It didn't have an element. It's not exactly.
Is that the one that was hovering above the taproot? Those little-
Yeah. They were, I believe, they seemed like, the best way I could describe it is from just looking at it and getting a general sense of the mana with my eye. It seemed like you know, like the elemental crystals that are out in the
Yeah.
outside the walls. It was like one of those, but universal.
I talked with Arvis a little bit about it because runes are one thing I know. I wanted to actually look at it.
Yeah, I believe we have 3.
Yeah, I mean, we can spend the day looking at them
Yes.
and we can do some little tests. Obviously, once Otto's back from his
Yeah, once other
kidnapping.
But based on a small cursory glance, it seemed like they were essentially just universal magic mana crystals with a hint of a certain element.
Maybe some sort of
I wonder.
tap to or filter to get specific manners that they wanted.
It didn't seem like it. It seemed more like a label. It was strange.
Once we look at them, if given the opportunity, do you think I could potentially tinker with one after we look at it first? Because I don't want to tinker with something I don't know.
Yeah, the only one I looked at was the one on the top of the cliff, which seemed to have the symbol for water.
High five me!
How was?
good.
The what was their name? The old guy that led us through the veil. Didn't they have runes just emanating from them?
Oh, Anton.
Yeah, the runes that were floating around him, curiosity. I read them, and it seems like it's some kind of curse of ever burning. Basically, he's always on fire at all times.
Oh,
Ow.
From like I think the dragons or something.
yeah, the veil
It's old,
burning.
it's old draconic magic, like ancient draconic. I think is what I remember. But essentially, it's basically just runes that more or less read out into an ancient script of a permanent burning on the one that is put upon. He is always experiencing the feeling of being on fire and embering.
Ow.
Indeed.
Okay.
That sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah, I can imagine. I read it and got immediately concerned. It's basically his shackles, essentially.
Wonder if
that
there's
place.
Look okay. How did you fare?
Fine.
Okay.
I mean, if it's not enough time.
Lovely woman, I'm fine. Blah 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 blah.
Exactly. Ladies, on to you.
I'm just super strong. You could probably handle it. I'm not super strong at all. I'm not super strong at all.
Why don't you help me move lumber around? That'd be so helpful if I had someone,
I'm like 3 copper. Pumpkin pie. Also have pumpkin spice latte. Also overpriced.
Both.
I'm all for voting take away whatever Otto has. Because if it did that to him, I don't
want to be taken.
1 pumpkin spice latte.
yeah, I feel like we should like lock it up.
We'll see what it actually does. We're figuring it out. I don't know what he actually wanted. He said he wanted to test something, and I had materials.
Got judged. Ran away.
Fucking front
I
gates
don't know.
Were closed for some gods be damned reason. Fucking sorry about that. Sorry to be late.
Enjoy.
It's fine.
Okay. Bye-bye.
We are waiting for Otto to appear.
Why are we waiting for Otto?
Came in, said he needed to borrow something, and then whatever it is he was working on, sent him away.
That's a shame. I'll cry tears. Alright, got the forge running. I'm guessing you're already tackling the ore, or should I go ahead and start on that?
Sorry, I had an aneurysm. So, did
was
you touch that
actually
stone, by the way?
working on,
No.
working on
We've been
great.
waiting.
Went over
Alright,
with
which
the
blades?
dock
Okay,
people
so
were
take a
fishing, they caught a
look at
couple
this
of
piece
people.
of
You
shit.
just pointed
This is
out
stone. It'll make your
whatever
fingers tingle
many there
whenever you
were.
handle it, unless we imbue it with the right amount of mana.
Understood. You just showed
Anyway,
me
it's
the fire.
rudimentary. Simple. He takes
I
that.
just
stone
know
piece
the
of
proper
water.
terms.
putting
I'm
your
kidding, I'm
Doing
kidding,
that.
I'm kidding,
Super
I'm
simple
kidding, I'm
rule.
kidding.
And
I
basically,
understand, I
I'm standing,
understand.
assuming
Did
that your
you
edge would
made
take place
sure
in this
to
instance.
smelt the ingots
Basically, this
first,
is a rune that, when activated, it will make a paired rune glow.
Oh, yeah, of course. Now they're just sort of wandering around the town.
So we're only making
I'll go ahead and get it started.
We're making it connected
You have a good rest?
without the connection?
Yeah. Still waiting on
Sounds like
this to
Just make the thing.
but otherwise.
You got
Sure,
you got
sure.
resources, right?
I
Yeah,
do. What does it need?
Wonderful. You're so kind. A little bit of valuable metal
had a
dust
couple
and maybe
people
some
recommend
precious
me
gems. That's my style, but I know
to see if
that it
there's
can work
anything
with those
can be
fancy,
done to
fancy pants
speed it up a
plants that
bit,
you like
but
to work with.
wait till
So
the
anyway.
launch event to see, and then I'll...
Occasionally.
Oh, yes.
Occasionally.
Oh?
My sword's good.
Yeah? Uh-huh. Oh, yeah,
I
do
only
tell
need
me.
to
Do
try
tell me.
finalizing.
Yeah, whatever, I don't care.
We're finalizing last repairs right now. You should be finished within, I'd say, about the next
You're gonna help me or not? Come on,
Yeah,
do your
30 some minutes at most.
You do
I'm
the
guessing you're waiting
engravings
for
and
a sec.
everything like that. I'll carve out the bits and bobs, and then boom, good job. You'll be
Sorry, say one more time.
So anyway,
guessing you're
I
waiting for the
feel
same,
like if
or-
we like the person who's going to be using this has a lot of mana, can
understood.
use it very efficiently.
Well,
So
if you
we're
own
going
it
to make
right
the
now,
runes
I
a
do
bit deeper.
apologize.
So
Yeah,
she can do
don't rush yourself.
a lot of mana.
Just figured I'd come and check in on it.
What do you think?
Perfectly fine.
I feel a bit naked without my sword.
It would work, but it could also
understand
take
that.
it a little fast.
Mm.
We could probably adjust
This only needs to
the
work
shape of
once.
the channel.
That's the thing.
Oh, in that case,
If we wanted it
as
to
deep
be
as
a
possible
repeated-
and as wide as possible.
What was it saying?
Well, of course,
Train
but
of
then
thought.
it's gonna make the shape in itself just completely fucking. Ugh. So I think we're going for like I don't know, a 4.5 millimeter.
All right.
When it comes to
some people
carving
were
width.
trying to get me to go to the clinic to try and get it healed faster,
and
but
probably just a
Any
little
idea
bit
what
of
to talk
I need to actually
cool.
talk with
That's
them
what I
first before
think.
drinking
Do
about
not
this
square them
for
out,
no
though. If you
reason.
square them out, it's going to be more explosive than it is.
Sure, what's the best way to get the arm
of
healed?
course, you
Since
know
I'd
what
rather not
edges to a
chop
rune
it up.
unless you
I mean,
know
that's just kind of par for the
My
course.
sword
Yeah.
hand, it's so important for
Kind of
holding my
I like
sword.
my explosive runes because it adds that extra oomph.
No,
It also
them
causes
more
mana to be
sharper
completely and
more
utterly unstable,
instantly.
and sometimes it will cause the explosive to use oxygen
God's
as
name are
fuel,
they fucking
thus
doing
making
in
a
my
very, very
damn
nasty
food?
explosive.
I have no clue.
Those ones I don't really like.
He just came over and started fucking with runes and shit on the table? Or like what's
It's
what's
why
going on?
Linden runes are
Yeah,
making
We have a shop for this. I don't know if we do.
We do, actually. Last I checked, you guys do have a shop for this.
Oh, mama. What is happening?
I mean, alright, but to be fair, a day that nobody's in the forge is.
Things that. We get
No, no,
people
it's
in the forge 24/7. It's so
I know, that's
rare
what
that
I'm
I get a
saying.
moment to breathe because there's always someone who's just in the forge. It's perfectly fine.
I'm just saying that, like, if there wasn't,
It is like an
anybody, it would
open
be
building.
worrisome.
It is. This is fine, but I'm also just saying that they have a building for what they're doing.
Okay.
It's true, they do have a magic building.
What?
Good luck!
There's
Don't die over
wonderful
there.
applications of these peculiar little gauntlets of mine. I'm just saying.
I do have a question for any of the builders in here. Inventors, what you would want to call it.
If it's a sharp enough piece of
I need a
metal,
craft
it's strong enough
in
piece of
order
metal,
for a
all you
distillery.
need is a reasonable amount of strength.
Which
An
I have,
entire
primarily.
distillery.
Well, like a miniature one. Something I can just put in my house for now.
Good for you.
You little soft dark elf
A smaller distillery.
Yeah.
you mean like
Alright,
Still could be one, yeah.
Can't say you're wrong.
Alright, we...
You see this?
How are you doing
Anyway,
on
I
money?
appreciate your work, Trio.
I'm doing fine.
Yeah, welcome.
Alright, smaller distillery. Let me draw up some designs first, and then I'll get you on pricing.
I don't know. I don't know. If I wanted to make the basic designs of it were two runes paired together, but he's only making the one, so I don't know.
That's a new person.
So it's a half pair.
Skylar has a friend.
It's a one.
Yes, or it's already connected to one somewhere else and searching. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure I
Could be a search rune in a unique way.
We were heading out on the expedition.
Yes,
Oh.
that's right.
Which
I feel like that makes it more worrisome, knowing that
I had explosive rune, and that's
walked away.
why does everything he does have to have an explosive
it's
rune?
not. I made sure it was smoothed and had smooth round edges. It is fine.
They'll fit in great.
It shouldn't blow up, and if it does, he did that.
It's really fucking hammers up
It was
here.
the first day that both,
Well, if he blows up, as long as it's not close to anything important, then
and
eh.
yeah,
I guess, yeah.
the tall blonde lady with the red horns.
She has like a rapid features.
Yeah.
Did we finish the dowsing rune?
And
I don't think we
they both
did.
ran into the veil as well.
Ah,
If-
that's
I think we started
when
it,
we found
but
that tiny auto in the veil.
Yeah, it was on a high
The one that you
Yeah, it was on the
Right over there in front of the cafe.
well, we were about to start it, and then something distracted us,
It's basically
which
how
is
it
about
works.
normal.
Oh, them. That
Right,
one
I remember now. We can go somewhere else, and we can talk about the ingredients. And if you want, we can look at the spirit gem. As I'm calling it. If you want.
Yeah.
We gotta figure out this
some items
mail
over at the cafe.
position.
We're going to look at the spirit gem a little bit while we talk about how it make the dowsing rune, which we do need a few ingredients. One being, what was it that I have written down?
Perry's gone out of commission.
Mayor,
I'm the only elected
brass, metal.
left in the town.
The other thing was
I wasn't
snake
elected.
oil, or oil in general.
I would give.
No,
I think we have. How much brass would you
you
need?
guys just kind of like got into the
Yeah.
position.
I appreciate you during the
This one
meeting
chip or
yesterday.
some wire.
I did.
Oh,
It's not a lot.
thanks.
It's the basic
Thanks.
rune.
Thank you for
Yeah.
thank you for,
Yeah.
for saying what needed to be said.
Oh, yeah, I'm just a little disappointed in the guards, I guess. They didn't do anything.
Can I take like a little bit of
You,
brass?
you tried.
How much?
I did my best, yeah.
Small piece, something to.
Well, you know, the long-term ramification of that happening is that we're not letting any outsiders in unless they absolutely have to be
unless
there. So,
explicitly invited in a matter that concerns them. I think that's the best way. That was way too many people there.
way too many, yeah. Oh yeah.
I think
no.
part of it isn't just the number of people. It's certain people feel like they should voice their opinion when they aren't adding anything to the conversation.
That's the problem. We just keep
Definitely, 100%.
You're right.
Yeah, the same thing keeps being said over and over and over again by different people.
Yeah, just constantly repeating just over and over again. Yeah.
I was just talking about the meeting and how
No one else is going to join in on that one, just to get that point across. No.
You told me about that last night. I just kind of was glad I was hurt.
I want to say lucky, but it's not lucky. You weren't at the meetings.
No, it was. I don't care. I don't care if it was because I was hurt. I'm glad I did not go to 2 hours again after the last one we had, it was like 30 minutes at most.
It's
That one
okay,
meeting
we'll
we
make it
had that
work.
was like 15 minutes. That was great.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so fucking great. I wish we could have it
Done.
again. Gavi just asked us what we wanted. We did it. Figured the answer. Left.
Oh right, I should put in...
It took an extra 5 minutes. We were just fucking around, like talking about how short it was.
I'm going to put in a commission here for some kind of something where we can signal, like a bell or a different horn or something, where we know it's just a council meeting and only the council people need to be there, instead of like the town hall.
And everyone comes up and then, yeah.
How's it going with you?
Yeah. I think people just ignored it last time. It woke me up.
Yeah, that's kind of the issue, is that town hall horn is kind of becoming a joke.
Yeah.
Because it's like, do I need to be there, or is it just fucking
other
council
thing
meeting?
we'll need for the room
It needs
is
to be sort of used for emergencies or actual town
snake
meetings.
oil.
And not...
And if we want
council
it to be
meetings.
reusable, we need to put it into something. Like a piece of equipment, armor, jewelry,
Go bother this
something to
poor man
last.
with a million orders.
And we need to add it with the idea of a earth crystal being essentially reloaded. As we'll use the earth crystal whenever it's used.
Finalizing some of the last ones.
And it can take multiple different sizes of the crystal, as it has different power outputs.
Well, for now, I would
At least
say let's
based on my
get the room
theories. Yes.
done, and then after we get
So-
the room done, I can see about adding it to.
Should
this
we
one.
do that? Does anyone really have a snake oil? Or just oil in general? Or a spider abdomen?
I'm sure the alchemists have something that we
There
could...
might be some oil in the boxes, but it would probably be more of crunching.
The apothecary's oil might be better if they have something.
Yeah, I mean, we can always go ask them and find out. But general store could work as well.
Yeah, too. Is Emilia around or someone on Xenosaur?
I think I saw...
Probably cooking oil. I think that works.
Do you want to cause some chaos today?
Why?
Oh, because I want to make at least 1,000 extremely rudimentary runes that make stones glow only at night. And I'm going to strew them about the entire pathways of this town.
That's not chaos, that's probably just hell.
No, it wouldn't. No, it's chaos. It's murder. And I hope that people get upset about it.
People could see better at night.
Mood lighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just helps them see the path. You're just being helpful.
Yeah.
It will
Yeah.
cause them to be blinded and terrified in the night.
No,
because they don't know what it is.
No, it's just helpful. We can see where we're going better.
No. Let them have this.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Let me place a
we-
stop sign at a three-way intersection
Oh,
because it will cause nobody to go.
Oh, it'll
Come
be...
on.
Alright, you know what, you're fair, go ahead. But we are
The other slot there.
handling other things right now.
What's that, sorry?
It's only gonna fuck you over in the other slot death there, because you're gonna be like,
shit,
have your eyes open and then suddenly get blinded.
I mean, low light I can deal with. Bright light like this, I can't. Or if they're right in my eyes, I'm like,
So we can make a few, if we wanted to.
Hmm.
We have multiple shrines.
I suppose it sort of depends on how bright the stones are.
Just in case.
if
If
he's
they're
making
nice and
thousands
dim.
of them, it's not going to be that bright, I'd imagine.
We would have oil.
Hmm.
general store, maybe the apothecary.
What it's good for, at least. Then
Oil.
afterwards,
I don't think I've seen anyone from the apothecary. General store. Is it open?
We can go have a look.
I've never been in there.
I barely go over to that corner of
I
town.
know people have opened it, but I've never been there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go check.
It's an adventure. It's a less dangerous adventure than what we went to on 2 days ago.
The worst case scenario is we don't go to the cafe.
Anyways, what? You wanna go on patrol?
How is everything?
Do you need help up? Are we okay?
Sorry, I don't
Okay. I mean, I could have different responses. Like, I could put you in that barrel. Yeah, and...
Why are people talking about going back into the Vale already?
I'm pretty sure it was a joke. I hope.
I would not be surprised if it
For their
wasn't.
sake.
I mean, knowing how this town is, though.
I mean, shut up. I know. I'm very fucking aware.
I mean, the door. Wait, the door though. Wait, is this closed?
Is it? No, it's just closed.
But this is confusing. The door is open, but it's.
Locust, you're unmuted.
Just fucking coughed in my ear.
Thank you, sorry. Are you there? It's me, Margaret. Sorry.
Oh, I looked away and turned back around.
At
It's
the
fucking
general
closed.
store.
Because we wish to purchase items from the
We're
general
hoping
store.
it was open.
Then go get Earl.
Exactly.
Oh, he's in the water supply.
What?
What the fuck? I'm not drinking water tonight.
I'm concerned.
Okay, let's go. Let's go down.
Oh, shall be sidetracked by random.
Oh, side quests? Hell yeah!
Side quest? Fuck yeah!
That's hell.
Yes, well, we'll be investigating that again tonight to see how it goes. If you would like to join, you're welcome to do, but I also know that you are concerned. We appreciated you. If you wanted to stop to make sure that we you could stand outside. Go inside and
Oh, hello. Good day. Good day. Hello. We were wondering if the general store had anything like snake oil or oil in general.
I do know we should have a cask of oil of lantern oil.
That should work. It doesn't. I mean, based on my theories, it shouldn't specify. Snake oil is just better, but oil in general works.
Yeah. I mean, we can give it a go and see how it goes.
How much would like a bottle of it be?
A bottle? So what would that be? A pint or so? That would be.
About.
That'll be 3 silver, I believe.
Alright. Do you mind if I pay you here and just go get it, or would you want to go get it yourself?
You can just pay me here, and I'll keep a mental note to put it there. Is Captain Thalia not around? Is Miss Ophelia not around?
I haven't seen them.
I saw Ophelia earlier. I think Talia's out of town for today, though.
Okay. All right. I know they run the morning shift. I can keep a mental note.
Alright, I just need it for a rune I'm making, so having it as soon as possible would be great, or even now.
I'll open up real quick.
Yeah, danke. Sorry for the inconvenience.
I was.
Hi, Dust Bunny. I'm just gonna fire her.
All right. Oil. that there.
Here you go.
Hey, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome. Right,
Oh,
so
this is where
with that we should be able to.
Yes, this is very nice.
Mr. Arbus, were you ever able to check over those books to see how much I might be getting paid?
Fuck. there's I
I
believe
think a standard is like silver or something. A few silver. I can't remember the exact amount.
I think for like government job is like 5 silver a day. I want to say. Like it helps you live pretty
I'm
well.
going to check my mental factories just in case.
I can't remember. I can't remember where that written is.
It's not there.
I did see
The
it.
reason I ask is because I've had a loot set aside for me in the general store.
And you.
I was very off.
How much is it?
It would be like 10 silver. Unless you want to pay him more, which is for a
Wait,
higher
isn't
skill
10
job,
silver
which is
just
20.
1 gold?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, that's that's per day, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, it's 1 gold per day.
I mean, you get paid two gold per day, so.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I'm not paying you out of my money anyway. It's coming out of the town, so.
Exactly. It is nicer, but yeah, it's a gold per day, which is surprisingly large amount. Not for the job, but in general.
And if you're,
It's always a surprise whenever I hear that inventors and people that just go about don't get that much money.
True. I mean, if you want to pull one of those over, you can have a seat as well. I'm not going to make you stand the whole time.
So, what do we want to put this rune on? Because we have, once they get here. Eventually. I was really hoping he'd show up in the window when I said that, but didn't.
Damn.
So, we can put it on a necklace, bracelet, ring, we can put it on really anything. The only issue is we need to make it in such a way that the rune doesn't break, but the crystal that is depleted when used is what is the fault.
I believe.
Just in case.
Maybe a bracelet would be the best choice. More surface area in order to work with.
Something like this one.
Yeah, a bigger surface area allows it to flow out a lot. The stairs are a bit difficult. You gotta go slow.
Yeah, we do this every day. It is pain. I've learned just to say fuck the stairs and just go straight into the door. It makes it so much
I
easier.
can't jump up because otherwise I'll land on the roof.
No, I mean, I'm pretty sure you can just walk up it. Hold on, I'm going to check. Yeah, you can.
Okay.
You can just walk up it. You don't need to. You can walk up where the stairs are. That's fine.
Yeah, just a little hop up.
You can take a big step. Yeah, just a big step. So, we're going to put it on a bracelet. So this is more surface area. I could probably spread the runes out. And what do you think? Put a thing in the bracelet where we can insert the crystal, or have an add on a bit where it can be mounted, like like outwardly.
I think
so, like think like diamond ring or embedded ring.
I think if we have an add-on, it's easy to change out if we need to. If we embed it, then it's going to take a lot more work. So if, say...
How many slots do we want to put on it? Only one needs to be full for it to work, but if we have multiple slots, we could take smaller ones and combines them into one more powerful version of the spell.
2 or 3 sounds decent.
What was the primary purpose of this creation?
It is a rune that is able to douse the ground and search for caverns.
Ah, right.
We were thinking of a secondary part to this fund that would help with caving in general, which would be a rune that, when underground, can search for flowing air and basically cracks in the walls that might lead to open spaces where air is flowing. That was a other idea. This one utilizes earth magic, whereas that one utilizes air magic.
We only got a chance to test the earth magic side of it to begin with. But that's,
yeah
we want to
the
make
caves
sure.
were off limits at the time. I don't know why.
Probably someone
I
being
remember
silly.
why.
It's probably someone being silly.
Yeah, most likely. It wasn't like the cave was flooded or something. I can't remember.
Something like that.
So, let me draw up a design. So something like maybe oh, I know. A coiled band that has 3 circular points. It's coiled around 1, 2 times. 1 on the end, 1 in the middle, and 1 on the other end. It should work. It's just a matter of making the band so that the runes can fit on the outside of it and the inside. What do you think?
I mean,
we would likely need a little help, as it might take a little more brass than I expected, but it should
in theory work.
Because I don't have
an entire ingot.
True. With my theory in my mind, the oil is basically just a coating that goes into the grooves of the rune as a channeler. The brass is a good conductor for earth magic. The rest is just fine details. And making sure the runes aren't broken. Do you think the forge could make something not too big, but in this design? I would make it myself, but it would be fragile and it would only work once. But if the forge made it, it could likely be used more than once and just simply by replacing the crystals. Should be a simple coiled bracelet with sockets for gems.
The only issue that I see is potentially the attachment points of the crystals might wear at the brass a little bit more than expected, though I'm sure it could be doable.
And that is why I asked the professionals. That's what they do. Is there a way to reinforce it with other metals that won't hinder the brass's effectivity and the conductivity of the mana? Like a core? I've heard of that, but...
I mean, it wouldn't necessarily even need to be core. If you were to do any metals such as iron or something of the sort and just have the brass be not necessarily encased but laid on top of that spiral, you'll still be able to conduct runes while the shape spiral.
Yeah, because in my design, the brass, the reason I need so little is because it's basically just a thin wire bracelet, or like... Basically, it's a really small item. It's... I guess it could be used as a coating instead.
It could be, or think of it much like a jewel on a ring.
The it could just be the engraving. Yeah. That too. Do you think you could make that quickly, or would that take a day?
It would.
Because if it would take a day, you can do it tonight instead.
It would probably
and we
take
can look
a
at
day
the
only
spirit
because
gem.
of how small it is. If it were something like a sword, that's easy. It's a general shape, but this is a shape.
Much more time to be able to
it's
get
unique. Then I'll let you start that in the forge later tonight. I can keep the oil here. You can... I'll let you decide what to do with the brass. I think a coating would be the best, but I don't know how deep I'll need to put the runic engravings. So it might be good to also have a bit of brass left here, because I do have my own jeweler forge and materials that can let me melt lower temperature metals.
I'll see what I can do tonight.
Right. Then in that case, I think we can put a pin in that and we can go down to the fun part, the spirit gem. God. Need you.
Joe Eyes here.
Holy shit, that was
Scam presents?
Oh god.
Oh god. Right. Shit, I wasn't ready. That happened so fast. So, basically, we are all going to be looking at, the spirit gems, as Foxhound has called them. The crystals that have universal mana, but have like a runic symbol for an element on them. I'm not sure if you know about it, or if we need Foxhound, and I don't know if they're here.
What are you attempting to do?
Basically just further look into it and study it, see what we can figure out about it, beyond just the surface level, what it is and what's in it. Like, what was its purpose type thing? Like, what caused it to form in the veil? Why it... Because it's a universal mana gem, that's shit valuable. At least the bare minimum of what I got already. And Foxhound told me that there would be more to look into for it.
Okay, I'm gonna swap out with Kappa, who knows more about this.
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
You're messing with a... Oops. Hello. Sorry, I thought Mike on the other side. All right. Yeah, you're messing with the question. Are you touching with your bare hands?
Oh, no.
Okay. So
yeah, probably.
Yeah. So because it's not a whole set, I'll give it a little bit of leeway on this one. So what happens is you feel your hands start to burn a bit, like it's hot.
Then she probably,
you can pull away without it really hurting you.
Yeah. She she'd pull away, and then she'd probably take out like some jeweler's gloves that are like lined for when she needs to work on like finer details with hot metal.
It still burns a bit, but not as bad. The crystal in front of you, at least, sorry, the mana stone should say in front of you, is bright glowing blue. Sorry, I just had them in my head. Actually, that being said, Arvis, just for the heads up on you thing, a ping goes off in your head because I heard they said spine.
Spine.
You feel a draw towards it. Something similar to the heart. All I'm going to say on that.
I'll be right back. Oh my god.
We found a spine.
Oh my god.
We think it's magical.
We don't know what
I
it is.
believe that might be the ancestor Devilio spine.
Right.
I think.
Yeah, which cave did you find it in?
Yeah, where did
we
where
found
did
it at Creature's camp.
Where should
We think he ate it. He tried to eat it.
Oh, could you come? Can you bring it with,
I believe
along?
Creature actually had a
Yeah.
part of the ancestral Defleo in him because the cultists put it in him when they turned him into a chimera.
Oh.
Because the
So
cultists
they
had
had-
a lot of their
yeah,
body
That
parts.
would
and
make
they
sense. Did
kinda
Creature
like
die?
the
I
woman
haven't know
who
what
we ripped,
happened
like,
to
the
Creature.
heart out of, and in the veil, and
Yeah.
Yep.
Where is Creature? Is
The
he just
cultists
dead?
like taking ancestral Defleo parts and putting them in people to make them into like the ultimate being or something.
Yeah,
I
they're a
don't
bunch of pricks.
Ah.
I miss Creature.
know. Yeah.
I miss Creature.
Where are we taking this?
I don't know.
There's
I'm just following Donna.
yeah, I'll take you to the cave where the rest of the Devilio
Starbreeze, the
ancestors.
cave? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just found it on top of the. We were going to the mountain, and we were like, "Let's go up here and see the sights." And then we found the spine.
Yeah, I may have when I heard this spine shouted, and I was like, oh, and then something told me that it is important.
You know, it's like a humanoid spine, but it's not like an animal spine.
Oh,
That's why we're like weird.
I mean, to be fair, the ancestors.
Exactly.
If you, I mean, you haven't seen the
How
ancestors
many
like
body
skull,
parts
have
do
you?
you need after this? Do you know?
I mean, he's kind of reforming a little bit himself. It's going to
on the
take him a little while. But I imagine more body parts he has, the easier it is for him.
Probably. So are we
I
like
was assuming you just need to
remaking
get all of his
an
body
ancient
parts,
god, basically?
Not an ancient god, just an ancestor of my people's.
Ancient Defleo, like a demon, you know?
Hi, Ayla.
We found a spine.
Ancestral Defleo.
It's our ancestors' spine.
Are we sure it's the ancestor spine? We got that pumpkin spice latte smell,
Um,
aka magic smell from it.
Oh,
But you know,
there's been a weird thing
I'm
that's
just
been
gonna use
happening when we found the heart, when we went into the veil. It kind of called to me and some of the other Defleos, and that's kind of giving me the same
you got a
feeling.
calling from this?
Me and Sesta, yeah, we got it from the heart, and then when you were walking past the shop, I kind of got the same feeling from that.
You good?
Don't worry about it. Yep, I'm good.
Give me there we go.
And to be fair, us Defleos are a highly magical species.
Ramming you in the back with you keep on
Well,
pausing.
I can't. You're supposed to go my
Does that
speed.
feel good? Do you feel the spine smashing into your
I don't
spine?
want you to
You
fucking
like that?
give me back shots with the Defleo spine.
That is not what I was saying.
That's what you were saying.
That's not what I said, though.
Please don't turn him into a centaur.
I'm not trying to.
Oh my god, that would be horrible. I just like.
Wait, I got myself lost. Oh, it's over there.
This is into my
Oh,
spine
oh.
and mangles with it, and I become a centaur.
Oh, that's bloody awful.
How, could you fuse spines with a Defleo?
Could you fuse spine with it?
Probably not. I imagine it will probably just paralyze you.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's magical, but we don't know what properties it has. Like they did put it in creature, which we probably think probably happened. That would make sense. Because we saw the claw marks of creature there, and then they just kind of ended.
with where the spine was.
Oh. Maybe.
Where should we place the spine?
Probably close to
Next to the skull?
Probably next to the skull, please. He's also got his heart here.
Get moving over there.
Yeah, Dad. I don't want to like bump into it. Yeah, no, let's just like.
You have enough. You have enough leeway. Is that enough room?
Yeah. A little bit closer, a little bit closer. And bring it like right around here.
They found a spine, and it's I kind of got a cool from it.
We found the spine.
On the spine.
Like a call from it. It's like when they
I
walk
was in
past the
Creature's
shop,
camp.
I sort of like something drew me to it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just.
I mean, this might make it easier for it to revolve.
I don't know if it's one of his parts. I was confused because I only remember us finding the art.
But they found it at Creature's camp, but Creature did have a part of it because they're also a chimera.
So Creature probably had a part of it in it. It was probably the spine. I think he probably died there and then they just left the spine, or he left because like
claw
the
marks.
the claw marks were there. Did it leave? I didn't fully look. I was mainly paying
left,
attention to
but
the spine.
never came back.
Maybe he found replacement parts?
Okay. Maybe.
So not sure.
I mean, there has been a lot of elk in the area. He could have used an elk spine if he wanted to replace it.
Oh boy.
That might not be big enough. Also, how would he be able to move around without a spine? Maybe he got the spine. Maybe he got a replacement spine, then took it out.
He was
and
a
then
rather,
replaced it
rather
immediately.
gooey guy.
He was rather gooey.
Maybe he doesn't need a spine at all.
That would make
He's
sense.
an amoeba.
Maybe he didn't require the spine to live anymore, so because
Maybe?
technically
It's possible.
the cultists were
But why?
using parts. So.
I'm glad we went on that mountain.
Hello. Could we talk to the skull and just ask it?
Yeah,
Maybe
I've called God.
knowledge
I just gotta wait.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
it would probably know where its body. God, come to us. Could it know where its body parts was?
It told us where the heart was.
You could sense them.
Oh, okay. So it like knew its location. Probably
It
knew its
knew
location.
the heart was in the veil.
It also knew that there was
It's like one of those.
part in Creature.
Yeah, I knew the part was in Creature as well, so I mean, I guess.
One of those psychic connections, or whatever they're called.
Right. I wouldn't know anything about that.
If I lost a finger, would I be able to find it? No. This whole situation is weird to me. We just have a bunch of body
Indeed it
parts
is.
in a cave.
Why don't we move this into like a more secure location? Is
He,
there a
he,
reason
he,
for
he,
that?
he requires the mana from the dark crystals.
Ah.
Yeah.
Why don't we put like a door?
That would make sense.
We could definitely just put a door.
It likes this natural sunlight, you know.
Our original
It's in a
plan was
cave.
to
Good for its
see if we could.
non-existent flesh.
Ah,
Our
yes,
original plan
the
was to
skull
see if
likes
we
to
could
the skull
harvest
likes
some
to
of the
roll up
crystals
towards
and
the
move
front
it
of the cave
somewhere
and
else.
bask in the sunlight, and then go back.
Hi, ancestor.
I do not move within here.
That.
Oh.
These fine gentlemen found what I believe to be your spine, and I kind of got a cooling from it when it walked past the shop that I live in. I was wondering, is that your spine?
Yes. I thank you, child, for bringing it here.
Okay. I hope that's going to help you a bit more.
I am surprised.
Oh, why is that?
This is the piece that was within The one who came here.
That is the bit from Moving Creature.
We're a bit confused on that as well. They said they found it by his camp.
It was
No
inside
sign
of his tent.
No sign of.
It was in
Yeah,
his
no sign
tent,
of creature.
surrounded by claw marks.
It seems he made up his mind. That is good.
Hmm.
What's good? I'm confused.
And they made up his mind.
What?
About the spine.
What choices?
Keeping the spine or not keeping the spine?
Is he still alive or?
I do not know. But that was a worry as to why it had not been given before this.
Hmm.
I can tell his movements around the town, so long as the spine was within him. But since it's split, there is no more connection between us.
That makes sense. Hmm.
I guess keep watch out for creature.
Probably, yeah. Just in case.
Hmm.
I do hope this will make your regeneration a bit simpler for you.
Yes. Having 2 of my parts returned will help with restoring my power.
I should probably ask, are there any more parts nearby that might help, or are these just the ones that are in closest proximity?
There were more. I hope that they still remain. But they are not close enough that I may sense them.
Okay. And that's good to know at least.
Probably still in Aaron. Then. At least.
Hmm. I mean, is there anything else I can do to assist to make things easier for you?
Do not remove the dark crystals until I have reincorporated my parts.
Very well. I think that's about all from me, unless you have anything else, Ray?
I was going to ask, should we sort of reassemble what we have in a more humanoid format rather than just leaving the parts lying about? Or is that fine? Since we have a spine and a skull goes on the spine, that sort of thing.
I can take care of that.
Fair enough.
There is no need.
Do you want us to put like a door or something on the cave, or do you just want that open?
The plan was we were going to harvest some of the dark crystals and move him into town, ideally into the temple.
But it's better to leave him here for now.
And
I do have a question. Why is it that... I mean, Frey, did you sense this at all? Or...
I've not sensed anything, but I think that's probably just because I'm gluttony and both you and Miss Sesta are sloth.
Why is it that some of us seem to get a better sense of
They can sense it.
when your parts are near? Like, with the heart when I was in the Chimera, it's...
That is a question for the Seven.
Indeed, I do. Should we see ourselves out on the? I think we should get. Okay, all right.
Oh, yeah. Well, I
I
guess-
will ask them once I am able again.
Yeah, I mean, I
Thank you
can
for your
also
help. Of course.
pray to the lady and hope that she gives me some sort of vision as well. I mean, I'm not very good at it, but...
I hope that you may succeed. Finally, now that the others have left, there is one that was brought before me. A Defleo who was enslaved. But I have seen that she is not of our kind. I do not know what she is, but she still deserves our help.
So the rumors were correct then.
Possibly. But then they're not saying they're one of these anathema either. Saying she's not one of them.
At the end of the day,
I'm not
she
sure
has.
how
She
described
has.
herself as a Defleo.
She has horns, a tail, and looks like us. And might as well be one of us in terms of how people might treat her.
For the average person, yes. But I see the souls of people. When first she came here, she had the soul of a Defleo. The next, she did not.
Strange.
Regardless, it is still obvious she is struggling. That is why I hope that you and the rest of the children will continue to help her, and any others that may need it beyond our kind.
Understood.
What I'm trying to do with these anathema who come from elsewhere. They get hunted at the minute, they get enslaved, they get killed, and I'm trying to figure a way to help them, like, get to where we're at, where we're in a better place than we were. We still get hunted, we still get taken for trophies, the slaves, but people in places have come to accept us better than they used to, from what I've been told.
We have worked hard over the centuries to better our image. That is a job that will never end for our kind. But it is our duty to do what we can to make the world and its beliefs upon us better for those who come after. That is the duty of all, Devleo.
I'll do my best to follow that. I am only a young Defleo at this point, but if I can help change things, then I'll do what I can.
Just means we have a lot of work ahead of us then.
Everyone can do something. I look forward to seeing what you all will do. And once I am more myself again, I will join you. As much as I can, of course.
Of course.
I'm sure the Seven would be very pleased to see you again. Probably leave you to rest and reform yourself in some peace. Thank you for speaking with us.
Thank you for thy wisdom, ancestor mine.
Farewell, children.
Oh, my knee. Ow. Oh, why is my knee break all the time?
Your thoughts?
She was a Defleo, but then she wasn't.
Just strangeness. Definitely keep it. It's over there. Definitely something to keep quiet amongst the towns, but how quiet should we keep it amongst us? Our kin.
I mean, we tell our own kin. And then we try to help like we should do. I mean,
when Seth says next week, we think it might be worth it having a meeting with all of us.
Yeah,
Discuss this knowledge.
Yeah, definitely a discussion. Yeah. That's given a lot to think on. This isn't what I was expecting today. We started looking into the mana stones that we got from the Vale. And then they ran past with the spine, and that's when it called. Why is it only called to some of us? It's not even the same. Like, the ancestors of Pride, and I'm.
Dark robes, crow mask, and white burger.
Hi. We're all done with our discussion. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for this.
Lounging in the bush.
That's all good. Looks comfy.
You're fine.
Thank you for finding the spine.
Yes. have been a headache if one of the councils got to it first.
Oh, we don't need more chimeras. But the other body part's too far away, so there could be another region. People steal.
I assume it's
trophies. I mean, that makes the most sense with how our people have been hunted and.
I have a few thoughts, but I need to investigate them before I'm. Sensitive information and all that.
Yeah.
Yes. As for why you can feel them, I can't. It's probably due to the gifts, as compared to what's my lord gifted me. You know, gifts of sight of the future, or dreams and such. All I have is strength and ability to withstand.
As far as I was aware, that wasn't something we knew that we could do. Like, there's still so much we don't know about ourselves. I mean, what else can we do? We've barely been given a chance to discover what we can even manage.
Probably will be a good thing during the meeting when everyone's together, see if anyone's sensed anything even of the sloth. I felt nothing, but perhaps I am just an outlier.
But I don't know if anyone else really felt it. I mean, when we were dealing with the chimera with the heart, did you feel anything then?
No, not to my knowledge, but I was a bit busy, focused on killing things. I kind of get into the zone, so to say. Ignore all pain or feeling.
I felt the sadness and the fear of the person that was the chimera.
I know Sesta was talking about feeling things as well. Did you feel the heart upon your approach when we got near the half of it? I don't know where he picked that up.
Not so much with the first half that the Sahagrans had, but the half with the chimera, that's the bit I felt. Maybe it's to do with emotions?
Both of you touched it.
I did touch the heart, but I just kept hold of it. Maybe where it was whole, it was less of a worry, but
I've technically never touched any of his parts. I've always worn gloves when carrying him. That's entirely just a guess. A complete shot in the dark.
I don't know. It's
this is serious.
I mean, I got the theory that it is just maybe it's to do with emotions. A great sadness and fear from the half of the heart. And then if that's the spine that was from creature and the claw marks, maybe there's emotion put into that as well.
Perhaps. It's that strangeness. Hello.
Hey.
Hello. You alright?
Yeah, just
pondering.
Wondering about our peoples a bit more.
Okay. Well, Elijah returned.
That's good. I'm gonna go back to the shop to have a look at this It's the amount of stuff because see what they found out.
See if I can ask around if find anything out of it, you know.
Yeah. Thank you.
Then I'll just fall into darkness.
So, Arvis, how did it go?
It went alright, but now I just have more questions.
Oh, like?
Because that's the second body part that when it's been near, I felt pulled to it. I don't get it.
A pull to the body part?
Yeah, so when the heart was in the chimera, I felt it. I felt pulled towards it. It's like sadness. And then when the spine just went past, I felt the same pull.
Well, it is an ancestor of ours, yes. Of great power, it might just be inherent.
But other Deathliers haven't felt it. I think Sester dealt with it a bit, but Frey didn't feel any of this.
No, it is still the same pain that has always been.
Perhaps it's because you're both of the Sloth descendants for some reason.
I mean, that's my thinking, but like, it's the ancestors' pride. That's the problem.
You take this, and then if you're sore anywhere, you could just rub.
Maybe it's fibbing for some reason, and it's not actually pride.
No, the horn structure isn't. The horn structure is pride.
Okay.
That's the,
I apply it once a day or two.
Well, do be careful then. Don't let anything lure you out too far.
Oh no, I already said there's no other parts nearby, so there shouldn't be anything.
Right.
I just hope it is what it says it is.
I am hoping at least.
Yes, that's
I
good
trust
point. It's been around for a while, but it has passed hands quite a few times as well.
But it might just know enough about Deathlio to know how to pass itself off as one.
The reaching and the turning, it can be bad for it.
Now I'm just thinking, is there more about our people that we don't actually know? Like, things that we can do that we didn't know before.
Oh, I didn't hit anything.
It's possible.
Yeah, that is very good.
Like my
It could be corrupted from being used into chimera parts in the first place.
Maybe, but I mean, I also have the theory that maybe the Sloth Deathliers, we get visions, so maybe we're more in tune with emotions when it comes to relations to our people. I don't know.
That is good.
Or maybe it's emotions when it comes to stronger peoples of our species.
I think they may perhaps be in.
Because I didn't feel anything from the first half of the heart, because the heart was in two different parts. First part was with the Sahagwin, and I didn't feel anything from that, but it's when the second half that was with the Chimera.
Understandable.
Interesting.
Is it being Frankensteined? For all we know, the beast or something could be controlling it to get parts of everything. Seems a little strange. Getting what it needs to have a little bit of everything. A little bit of influence for everything.
Maybe that seems to be what the cult was about.
I don't have the lock.
I don't know.
I need the keys for it, I mean.
I guess it's just a chance to help our peoples, and it's that might be what's driving me. I might just be being reckless.
Well, don't ignore those things, because sometimes they just once you do that and you just let it be and let it be, it just spirals. So if something seems off, and if it feels off and not in tune to you, then to me that seems like a sign.
I might just try praying to the lady tonight, and let's see if she gives me any insight.
Right. That might be good.
She's helped me before, so maybe she can help me again.
Yeah. Yeah, delve into those comforts for sure. You know what? I haven't really been into the cave, so part of me wants to go and see if anything is felt for myself, but I doubt it, but you never know.
No, you
Might
don't-
help parse out some of this mystery.
I mean, they're trying to reform, so I'm hoping, but yeah, if it helps, yeah, that might be a good idea.
Sure. Well, we'll go find Earl and maybe hop over there. I don't think it's dangerous to go in there.
I mean, as long as you don't throw stuff with the crystals in there.
Yes, yes. I know that. You'd think everyone would know that, but apparently that's not a given. So.
No, not really.
But keep us updated, and if things still feel strange or like you can't pinpoint it, don't just let it simmer, okay?
No, I won't. I just keep seeing the answers when I can. But yeah, I'm just gonna see if they figured out anything out to do with those mana stones that we got from the veil. Because maybe that's useful. I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah.
Good luck then.
I'm just gonna distract myself with research. That seems like the good idea.
It could be where you're staging.
Yes. All right.
We're close by.
Be safe.
This is the one that's going to be tested. Basically, the way I'm putting this is control, testing, experiment. In other words, proper planning. This one doesn't have any planning, we're just doing shit. Until it works. Sound good?
Yeah, I'll sketch up some ideas. To see what we
Actually,
can.
You have ice, yeah?
I have ice, yeah.
You want to be the first test?
Yes. I mean, what have you figured out about these
We've
things?
tried with a crystal.
We could. I do have a few, but I only have one of each. I don't exactly have a lot.
I'll do it.
The water crystals. Not hard.
It's fine. I need to do more practical experiments.
Basically, what we learned is the gems, as well, or spirit gems, soul gems. What do we want to call them? What do we want to call them?
I feel like spect to them coming from bodies, spirit gems is a accurate.
Alright, then we'll go
Is
with
that
that.
for now?
The spirit gems, as we will now call them, seem to be draining, but not expelling. It seems to reject elements, but take pure mana. When I watched through my expert mana, my scanning, them touch the gem, it took their mana, but it would reflect their affinities.
Oh.
Basically, we're seeing if it takes to any of them. It's up to you. We could just use it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm down. Just give it a go.
So what's your affinity?
Oh, I mean, I technically have two.
I thought you laughed.
I have ice and wind. So.
Ice and wind? Okay.
I can try ice first. I'm going to jump separate. I'm not going to.
No. So just when you touch it, I'll tell you what happens. Just don't worry. Just when you touch it.
Okay. Well, I'll just say
you don't have a choice. What's being pulled? It's the funny part. As you touch it,
yep.
As your hand starts to heat up, feels like it's burning.
Ow.
The longer you hurt it, the worse it gets.
What does it look like?
Triel, what you see as the mana pulls through, as you see both his ice and wind, ding, ding, bounce off. But the mana gets pulled in. So you see,
Like
essentially, I guess the best way to look at it is, and I'll do this in my hands so it makes it easier. You're watching the mana go like this, and then it hits a filter.
It's a light prism.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a light prism.
It's hit.
It's basically the pure white mana is going like, as how I say it, the pure white mana, light. But the pure mana is going in, and everything else is being rainbow prism that bounced off.
Yeah. I will say this: one of the things that's interesting for you, not once during anyone touching this has the color, has it gotten brighter, has it gotten dimmer? It just hasn't changed.
So, does it seem like it's gained mana though, like at all? Besides that, Oh.
You can't tell.
It's a large pool. Okay. If it's okay, understood.
And scary nonetheless.
I will remember the
larger
fact
the
is that you
pool,
do
the
see
bigger the-
Wisp still falling off of Pure every once in a while.
Right. Yeah, she's currently holding it in a jewelry box.
Yep.
As
long as it's inanimate, you're fine.
So, based on what I could see, you're fine. It drained your mana, but your ice and wind affinities bounced off of it. Like have you seen prisms, like light prisms?
I understand theory.
Like that. It's like a rainbow. It just bounced off. It's been doing that for every affinity I've seen so far, even dark.
Which ones have you tried?
Apparently I also have magma.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, we've tried clay, wind twice, ice, dark, and magma. Everything else we've not tested yet. It has water wisps falling off of it, so our theory currently, with all the bouncing, is we think it will take water, but it's not certain.
So
We're likely going to test every single one, even if it does take one.
So it might take water, but then it takes pure mana from all the others, potentially.
It could. It also could take another mana, as one of our theories is it could be trying to create something new. And it's basically already decided on its affinity, it's just trying to clear the other one.
And so, from this point, while we test which elements it can take, mana, I was thinking of potentially making some sort, I guess, a box that can charge one of them with just water. Have it touch something with runes and charge it with crystals, and see how much mana it can take, see what happens when it does so. If it accepts.
Basically, we keep it in a fail-safe box.
We need to try it with water, because we found it. It was found on the bodies, wasn't it? So,
do we want to get someone with water affinity, or do we want to get a water crystal?
I think we try with
I would
both.
say the crystal, personally.
I would say the crystal.
Crystal's safer, but it could also not drain it, because it seems to not bother inanimate objects.
Well,
we could test it, obviously.
If it doesn't interact with the inanimate objects, maybe because they're not being charged. For instance, if say we had a
Then let's
prong,
go to the water crystals, test it there, and then if it doesn't work, we can find some water affinity.
maybe we break off a piece of the crystal. Because
Yes,
there's
that's what I
also the
mean. We go get.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
thought-
I wasn't going to
didn't
touch
want
it to the big ass crystal.
Okay. I
Broke
just-
out the
I wanted
entire
to just-
thing.
Are all three of them different?
Because there's a chance that it will break.
Affinities written on them.
I believe they are all water.
Okay.
Triple check. I'm not going to call God. I'm just going to go and ask in their ears because it's easier.
Fair enough. But these were
but-
these runes were found on the bodies though, so potentially
Yes, I theorized that there might be
it might be clearing
leftover mana.
It might from the bodies, because if the people that the bodies were from were potentially water affinities users, the water ships
The other
could
weird
be.
part is that they were petrified. That doesn't happen. You don't just petrify.
Yes, we were discussing that perhaps it is the interrupted process of someone passing on. Perhaps their mana remains back behind. So it could be trying to purge itself to become a open mana source anew, to take on a new affinity. So I'm very curious to try the water specifically to see if it will take it to perhaps recharge it back to what it used to be, or if it will continue to go through the process until it is pure.
So, looking at them a bit more closely now with my eye, they all look blue, so excuse my confusion at first, but this is fire, this is wind, and this is water. We've only been touching the water one.
I'm just... I'm right here.
It certainly works.
Alright.
Oh god. Okay.
I mean, we are a bunch of mad fucking scientists.
We are mad scientists. Hope it doesn't explode. It's just...
Experimentation comes with a risk.
It does. Well, it's the center
It's
one
nice
as
knowing
wind.
you all. At least it's wind. It could have been worse.
It could have been worse. It's the other. Yeah, it could have been the fire one.
Yeah, right. This just said
We have two of the safest
bombs.
elements, and then fire.
Imagine if there was a clay one and it just fills the whole room with clay.
We've been Han Solo'd.
It's like they dig us out, and it's like the Han Solo frozen carbonite just. Again,
do we want to go somewhere else to do this?
Yeah, we might want to go
maybe our home
Instead of my shop.
Yeah, maybe our home isn't the best spot.
I'm gonna take some of my. Here, you want to hold it? It's just a jewelry box. Like they're all like put into like the soft pads. Also, you'd see that it's floating above it, hovering as if it's alive.
Yeah, as you look at the orbs they pretty much kind of have this weird float just above the material, but they're kind of following the material, so it's odd.
Yeah, we're just gonna say it now. Knowing that there is one for water, one for air, and one for fire, we are going. Juniper is specifically going to touch the air one. I think we're going to move before we do.
I will say this, and this is one thing, and you would notice this. As they're sitting there touching each other, they're not reacting like you think multiple magics would.
Oh. Oh.
Because you know if you put a fire and ice crystal next to it, they explode? Yeah?
Holy shit.
They're not.
Holy shit.
They're universal. That's right. They can touch each other.
Oh my god. Right.
If not, this has been really fucking funny. If not, this is really fucking funny.
Did you just fucking did you just give me a way to make fucking circuits? What the fuck?
Yes and no. You don't understand how these things work yet. So perhaps.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Yeah. Right.
Shall we move while I
I'm
go
excited
touch the
now.
wind one?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's
Let's go towards the veil, like out, not in it, but towards that direction.
Yeah.
Somewhere open.
Let's not stand underneath any like rocky arches because that
Then
feels
let's
like
go.
that might be a bad idea as well.
Don't run into me. Move. All right. How are they? Wait, did I? No. I thought I locked God in.
God has his escape routes.
He does. He can just go through walls. Right, so do we want to test this somewhere open, somewhere no one will be, or somewhere close to the affinity, which would be anywhere for wind?
If it's wind, I also have a tent that's on a pretty high point of mountains here.
That might be the best option. Well, unless it launches you. Which
I can
you'll
fly
both
if
be
it
safe.
does.
I'll be safe. I can turn into a shadow. I don't think he will.
It's just stay at a very far distance.
Well, you said that the amount that it takes at a time is small, correct?
Yes, it doesn't seem to take it quickly. Also, I haven't
Unless
noticed
we are
any
anticipating
change in how
Juniper
much it
standing there
currently
holding it
holds.
for a good 10 minutes, it should be fine.
True. It's just precautions. But I did notice one thing to point out. Even with all the draining that Von did, it didn't seem to increase in how much was in it. Or decrease. At all. It was still the same amount. Like nothing changed.
That makes me question so much more, because where does it go?
Also, they're touching each other.
They are.
Oh. Oh. Huh.
They're different elements.
We haven't blown up.
How the fuck? I didn't even know they were different elements at first, because they were all blue.
Well,
I wouldn't.
there is the potential that they're simply powered down to a small enough level that it wouldn't have them react.
Well, I mean,
True.
also,
The-
But
actually,
it's the
if we could...
opposite effect. It's taking mana, right? The reason
So
that
they're
crystals...
not reacting to each other.
And if we put mana
Oh.
crystals together, they're pure mana. They want to release the energy. That's why they explode. Or mess around with each other if they're taking.
So if we can figure out how these gems work, we can create so many things. We can create multi-mana affinity circuits and runes. Runes that utilize 2 affinities to make fun. We can actually create the combined affinities, as well as create things that 2 affinities combined could make, such as hot water, fire and water. Because they hate each other. But if we can figure it out, we can make it. We could make runes that create water and warm it up at the same time, without separating the links, like we have to
I
now.
also potentially wonder if we could also use it to, I guess, charge crystal cells.
I mean,
True.
they dissipate at some point.
The only issue with that is they take. If we can manage to figure out a way to make this gem give, based on the fact that it hasn't changed at all in mana level, it makes me theorize that it might be an infinite source. Or at least a
that
constant
conflicts
source.
That conflicts with so many things
It
that have been
does.
taught.
I'm aware. This is why it's a theory.
That's why we gotta test it.
The scary scenario is that it is infinite. And that's that is concerning.
That's concerning if anybody else has
The
them.
other theory is it's a void. It's deleting the mana. It's getting rid of it. It's taking it but not using it.
Hey,
That's
Harvest.
it's similar in nature to when we harvest the crystals, isn't it? We over harvest them, it takes out the mana in the area.
Not only that, but also remember the shield idea I had when the death laser was made?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be the exact thing that we were looking for?
something that could take it. When the didn't officially say this, but when that project was worked on, had some ideas of does become weaponized. We might need something that can
be able to take in a great amount of mana.
That would be exactly what we need, just on a larger scale.
All right, let's go to my tent. I guess.
Yeah, let's
Oh,
go. We keep stopping.
Jeez. Okay. Okay.
We're really easily distracted by theories, but I love it.
Yeah, it's very easy. It happened when, you think too much.
I think too much. So,
Oh.
Oh.
I'm going to not worry about that right now.
Yeah. Yeah. That.
We noticed the veil stretched a bit, but whatever.
What? It stretched a bit like it ended.
The grass in the cave in the overpass is a bit darker than usual, similar to that in the veil.
Not gonna worry about that right now. So we're just. Gonna
Yeah,
go
same.
and
I said the
follow
exact same thing.
We're gonna go
All right, lead the way.
That's a later us problem.
That's an Elisande problem. That's what it is.
That's a good point. Wait, we really did just take the long route here, didn't we?
I think we did.
There was a door that's so much closer to this.
I guess welcome to the humble abode.
It is certainly humble.
Oh, you should see it at night. You get to see all the crystals. It's alright.
Right. So, shall we test?
Yeah, I would say, should we separate them from each other and just isolate the one, just in case?
That would be wise.
Hold on. Takes out. No. So it is. Takes out a small jewelry box, takes a ring out, puts it away.
Hello. Oh boy.
She's,
Are you standing in a fucking triangle with this? Hang on, sorry.
What?
Oh, I just see you standing in a triangle like it's about to be a ritual. Apologies. I'm like, what the fuck?
No. So just put it so you're aware. She took a small ring jewelry box, took the ring out, obviously, and just quickly, as fast as possible, took the wind one, put it on top of that one, and then they're holding it separately from the other two.
So, is it touch? Yeah, it's touchy. So I'll say this one thing: as much as it's in your hand, the Vobot hand, prosthetic hand, you feel a pull, but you can't feel the burning.
No,
And
I
it's in the box.
put it. It should be. Yeah, it should be floating on over top of a box right now.
Okay,
At
no,
least
it's fine.
in
As long
the
as it's in the
box.
box, then. Yep. Okay.
I'm gonna touch it.
You're gonna touch it. Alright.
Yep, I do.
You doing it with
I
one
have an
finger?
air affinity. For now.
I'm just at, this is make a difference. Maybe, perhaps.
Perchance.
Go ahead.
Perchance.
I'm waiting.
Touch it.
Okay.
I can't wait to
okay.
see what happens.
You explode. I'm just kidding.
You die on the spot, instantaneously.
It's the ash,
Sorry,
baby.
ruined your character.
So, you feel the burning as before. Not as bad, but it's still burning. And it's still burning. And the longer you hold it, the more it burns and burns and burns. So, sooner or later, it's going to scar your finger further.
Finger feather.
Trio, what you saw was the mana
Mhm.
went in, the wind and all, and as it spun in, the wind got thrown out. But the mana stayed. The one thing that's different is the fact that it took the wind for a bit,
Yeah,
and then it
it
kind of
took
threw
it.
it out, but left the mana behind.
Hurts. Okay. So, I mean, I guess it gave us something. It took the wind. Everything else got bounced off. But then it spun around a little faster within the gem, and then just kind of threw it out. So the filter took it in, but didn't keep it.
I don't know if this has anything to do with it. Ow, my finger. It hurts. Whenever we touch it, it burns.
One note for you, actually, because you are a wind user.
Oh, it's raining.
It's now raining. That's not important here.
We did
As
this.
you did touch it, you felt a very weak connection from wind to wind. Not like I'm one with the orb, but you felt like a kinship there for a split second.
make it that.
I'm going to do something really stupid.
Fuck
yeah.
I swear to God.
I'm going to full hand grab it.
It is still going to burn. It is
Okay,
not. You
but,
feel
like-
the kinship as pretty much it is. And I'll say this, because he full hand grasped it, Triel, what you did see was it took his mana, it took the air, and then threw the air back into him. But it took the mana portion out of it. So you had a very weakened air affinity and come back to your body.
That probably felt weird.
It's like an extended circuit. Like you felt it for a brief second as it went in and then came back
no,
to you.
no, it's like he put it's like the way I see it is he put a cool, nice breeze in, and they threw back a fucking hot wind.
Essentially. So the
It's like,
weird
no.
thing about when you do touch it is the fact of it almost, when you did it, it felt like an extension of yourself despite the pain, but it felt like an extension of the magic as it was kind of like moving the wind. But what you were getting back or feel like getting back was not what you were taking out of it. So you were getting less out of it.
Okay, two things. It still burns.
I figured.
Yeah, it burns like hell.
I got that one. Go ahead.
But there's one other thing.
What else?
I rolled to do it, and I rolled for the 2 on it. Your hand. It's going back. Nice. Your hand. It has, when you look at it, has weird blisters in a sense to it. Not like burn blisters is the weirder part. Like your hand doesn't look burnt, but it's definitely blistering up.
It's like wind burns. Kinda.
Okay, well, this is new.
Oh. Ow.
When I touched it, I guess the feeling, there was a draw to it, almost like I should necessarily be touching it, not that I needed to, but there was a connection, I guess. It hurt. I am now scared that my hand's gonna permanently look like that, but there was something, I pull, a draw, some sort of connection.
I see. So...
And it still pushed it out.
Yeah, but it was a bit different this time. It took all of the mana, but then sent the affinity back into you. Like
felt
forcibly.
That. I was weird.
Never experienced that before. affinity coming back into you after using it?
Well, it could still be a side effect of it trying to purify itself.
Yes, it could. And using a crystal would have. And seeing this now, using a crystal would have two possible effects in my eyes. It takes it and does the same thing, or it takes it and because of how it treats the mana, it could send it back and blow it up.
So,
Basically causing an explosion due to the return mana.
Do we think then, if we want to charge it with specific crystal, we could have something attached to it with another set of runes that hopefully can direct it? Like, in a way of... I don't know, like... This is completely different than anything that I know about.
Is the fact that it's even rejecting its own affinity? I think one of the things we can do from this is see how it handles the purifying method, and instead of trying to feed it, maybe just watching it, seeing what it does, and seeing what we can use them for. Because and maybe trying to make a way that we can utilize the mana within it that it is taking. Because we have essentially found if we can use it to give mana to things, we have found a universal battery that anyone could put mana into of any affinity and charge anything.
Well,
I guess to
we
put it in a
could-
very dumb, simplest perspective, it is a universal crystal charger.
I think we should be
Perhaps.
careful. I've worked in a forge
Yes,
long enough to know
obviously.
that this isn't normal. This isn't. It burns,
I
but
guess-
it's not a burn.
Yeah, it's strange. Yeah, it would be difficult to use, but if we could find a way to utilize it, we may have the ability to take crystals we have abundance of, and if we can figure out a way to turn pure non-affinity mana into an affinity, we could take crystals we have too many of and possibly make crystals we don't have any of. Within reason, obviously. It would be dangerous still.
Alright,
But I think for now we should figure out if we can utilize it in any way at all.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do we still want to work on? Should I still work on like some design to see if it?
Yeah, because we should test a constant flow. Because obviously we
Jennifer.
can't do that with people.
Yes.
Fucking Christ.
This Vincent's busy. I have no time to ask. Do you know how much a cannonball is worth?
Depends what would you want it to be made out of? Is it just iron?
It's standard of what we have. I just want to pay for it if I'm going to use them. Unless somebody decides to try to retrieve them from the bottom of the coast.
Probably a few copper or potentially even silver, depending on the complexity of it. Because there's different types.
Understood. Here are the expenses. Thank you.
Alright.
Was there
For now.
was there a difference between when you touched it with one finger and when you touched it with a hand? Was there a difference in how it felt?
It's still burnt, but the connection, I guess, felt more solidified.
kind of want to be reckless.
There was also the difference in mana flow. It seemed to, instead of sending it out randomly, it sent back into you. Probably because you had more surface area.
What if
I couldn't send it out. It
What
just
if I
probably
grabbed
sent
it with
back
both
into you.
hands?
You're none of the. Oh, right. No, you
Yeah.
haven't.
Wind, yeah.
You could try,
I'm feeling reckless.
but I don't know. But would you be? What would you be aiming to get? Would you be aiming to see if you
Well,
can
I mean,
connect
if
to it, or just?
Yeah, I mean, if you've got more of a connection with
See
your
if you
hand
can-
instead of one finger, then maybe if I complete this. Let's give you this box to hold a second. I want to test.
Go ahead.
I just
Tap on the background like, "These fucking idiots."
It seems to only.
I'm having fun. Don't mind me.
I'm sure you are.
I was going to say in the background like, "These fucking idiots." Let's.
Both hands.
You're gonna touch it, huh?
I'm ready.
With both hands.
It does.
Alright.
Otherwise, no better.
It is begins burning
Ow.
rather quick. Trails and things doesn't make it visual and you can see it. You pretty much see the mana pacing going whoop, going up to and then going to the ball, swirling, and then and it's making a circuit. It's become a circuit. But every time you see the mana here, it is less. What's coming here is brighter. This is less. So it's not saving returns.
It is draining. It seems to be
Yeah.
inefficient.
Also, what you by the way, the longer you hold this, the more it is burning and burn. So yeah. Oh, that's a D20. D12.
Yeah.
I mean D20. Give me 1 second. Let me roll.
Hold on.
Fuck no. You know what? You got natural 20. It is hot, but you do not have the same blisters that but our bird friend had.
Damn. Nice.
Look, you son of a bitch.
So, that was actually really helpful.
Alright, so I
That
will say this.
explained something. Yes.
Sorry, no, that's why because you would have felt this. You would have felt like a weird kinship with the orb, basically like same affinity situation. But then it kind of like it was rejecting and accepting at the same time. Does that make sense? It was pulling you in and then pushing you out.
It's literally the fucking flower situation. I like them. I don't like them. I like them. I don't like them. Fuck you. Go away.
Essentially. And I'll actually say this because you were basically dead for looking at this, and you just look at that thing. That wind symbol was basically fading and coming back, fading, then coming back, fading, and then coming back. And now it's kind of hit like a weird stable point again.
Huh.
It just almost looks a little bit lighter, like it's not as bright as it was before, or not as solidified as it was before.
It felt
okay.
It felt right. It felt like it accepted me, but also it rejected me. It's like, it was weird.
Yeah, right.
But
So that gave me a lot more information. You
Recklessness
using
pays
both
off.
hands created a mana circuit. It would take mana from your left hand, go into the place, swirl around a bit, and then when it left, it would go to your right hand, but it would be dimmer. Basically, it seems to be an inefficient circuit that can take any mana, or any affinity. At least, well, it can take one affinity and do that. It also seems to be a safe to touch. This may be a way for us to create circuits, granted inefficiently, that are touching other elements.
Well,
It makes it
if it is
weaker.
dimmer, does that mean that if someone were to hold on to it long enough, it would siphon away their affinity?
Probably not their affinity, because it gives the affinity back. It would probably just drain them dry of mana till they pass out.
what's the bad idea?
Not that I'm going to. Just the mind ponders what would happen if somebody were to be able to resist the burn and just keep holding on to her an extended period of time. Because it connected. You know the feeling.
Yeah, okay.
I wonder if held too long enough, maybe the reason it's rejecting is it doesn't have enough time to solidify itself as what it wants to be. So if given enough time with a specific infinity, be
True. My accent fucking decided to change. I mean, is there anyone that we know that can hold it for extended periods of time? Like, not feels a pain, the burning won't hurt them? Anything of the like?
So technically, my arm is made of metal, and I
Yes.
could also cover it in clay because one of the abilities my affinity grant me was to do so. Not that I want to, because I feel like I would, but
It might. Because not exactly a fire burn, nor is it an affinity burn. Do you think a spirit could hold it?
I mean, they are purely of that affinity.
It's a good question.
What if we have fire, wind, and water? Do we have a
Do you know-
spirit in town that has either of those? I know Ori exists. He has clay. So that won't work. I don't know what CC is. So Dawn's fucking long gone. No idea where they are. I'm pretty sure it's fire. Is it fire or magma? I don't remember.
It's fire, I think.
God here.
Yeah, I'm watching the chuckles to see what you guys do next. What's going on?
I am going to put it just very gently on the other hand, and just for a little bit, poke it with.
Oh, it's sitting in your hand? Or is it the box?
Not like it's in the box, but I'm gonna just very lightly tap it with the metal one to see, just to see if there is the burn and where it's located.
So box hand. Okay.
Box is on this hand, touching it with metal.
Okay. Yep. You don't really feel anything burning on this hand. Trail, you see a very, 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 very slow, weak attempt to pull mana this way. It's not going anywhere anytime soon.
Oh, it's trying, but it's being really slow through your arm. It's like still, it's not even shattable yet. And it's up.
As it let go, it shoots right back in. Yeah, it just like plastic bands.
Ooh, okay.
You feel fine. You mostly feel fine. It's just what they see visually is they see pretty much the mana just slap back into it because it's can't normally pass through inanimate. That's not part of you technically.
Did that feel weird?
Oh, I feel fine. No burn.
Okay. Cause I just saw the mana just kind of shoot back into you. I wasn't sure if you felt it.
Well, does answer another question. Because if
inanimate objects don't do anything, or at least they're slow. So, you know what? Actually, maybe touch. You know what? I want to test it anyway. Touching it to a spirit has two possible effects. Either it doesn't burn them, and we're fine, or it could kill them.
Oh yeah, because they're basically all mana, aren't they?
Yeah. Just a bit. Had that realization.
So the next question is, do we want to kill a spirit? And if we do, where's the nearest spirit?
Where's the goddamn? Not even the who, just the closest person. Who do we see first? I would have laughed so goddamn hard if we all turned and there was a spirit right there.
No, it's just Phoenix.
You don't believe how hard I wanted to turn into a model of a random spirit.
I just imagine, ooh, let me help, grabs and explodes. Just,
they're dead!
It's the scene of the boys with translucent.
We gotta run. We gotta fucking run.
So, Capitao. Fuck. What I have noticed, the two that we've been not touching at all, have they
Are they in Sterling's
purified
hand?
further at all, or anything changed with
The-
them?
Oh, no, there's all three are still this bright, glowing orb to your eye, but you do still see, even the ones you haven't messed with, you still see wisps of like the affinity, the fire, basically. Just
Okay. Does it
So
seem
it's
like it's
slow.
going down at like a really slow rate, or is it just stable?
because this will take several days over time, so you will see this over a few days.
Got it.
The affinity will soon disappear entirely.
All right. I assume that it'll take a week based on what you just said, or a little longer.
How long have these bodies been technically? Yeah, no, about a week. I'll give it that.
Cool. I wouldn't know that till a day later. Understood. I can't currently tell with the other ones.
Oh, it's been 2 days since you
Oh.
Yeah, no, hang on. I forgot. You got them 2 days ago, technically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She'd be checking on them
You would know
occasionally.
that you would know that, that they look weaker then from the initial pull.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you would definitely know that.
Danke. So I can say one thing. The affinities, at least the affinities, they are getting weaker. Over the last 2 days, they haven't. Well, let's just say they look dimmer than they were the day we got them. I'd say if it continues, the affinity will be gone in a week, maybe? Rough guess?
I mean, does the one that we've just done the test with, does that look any brighter?
Does it?
They all look the same.
Nope.
Okay.
No, it hasn't changed.
Hmm.
Ever since as soon as I woke up, I checked them, and I also saw them when we got them.
How about we try?
They
Should we
look dimmer and haven't changed,
Should we try feeding them a crystal?
even with Halsey testing. We could.
It's like the next test.
So which one do we want to feed the crystal? Fire or wind or water?
I say wind is the least
Then
reactive.
what is the wind crystals?
Do we know if any wind crystals exist around here?
Also, do we have the tools on us to get it?
We do have tools to get that. Do we just have to know if wind crystals exist? Because I know there's earth, I know there's water, I know there's lightning, fire, and light inside
there's,
the cave.
there's ice in the cave as
and
well.
dark. And dark near.
You leave the
The
dials
wind
in.
might be the one we don't have.
Imagine.
I mean, we could always walk
Yes,
down to
we
the beach and
forgot.
see what we got.
I mean, that would be. That
That's
would
fair.
be up on the high mountains, most likely, so.
True.
So.
I could. I could fly over and take a look.
That would expedite things.
That would. If we can go back to town, since we've realized it's not actually increasing or decreasing in mana.
Does anybody want to take this? I'll go scout around to see if...
You have the box, so
Send
just
them
put it back in the box. Well, we now know that your arm is safe to touch it, so...
Yeah.
It doesn't take it fast enough to matter.
Yeah, I don't know, I guess I was expecting to feel something, and I'm happy, but also weird that I don't feel anything. Didn't feel anything.
Yeah.
They found no
well,
bodies, so
let's
maybe
go
to
back
draw
the
more to
shop
organic
and-
materials.
If you can put these down.
Yeah.
So we're not, holding
yeah.
life-draining objects at all times. Let's go.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll meet you back at the same place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just go to the shop.
Mr. Arvis, would you mind taking this for a moment?
Oh, yeah.
I would like to take a quick moment in the tavern.
Oh, yeah, that's all good. We'll just be at the shop.
Very good. I would also like to, a bit later, catch up on the events of yesterday, as I did miss a few things.
Ah.
Oh god, it's a meeting.
Oh.
You need to tell me what actually happened. I assume it was just God yelling.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Alright, I don't think what good enough for me.
Yeah.
Because all I remember you said is something about the fucking anathema, and it's like, okay. I tuned out.
And then it got into demands of like apologies for not saying that they're fine and blah 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 blah. You know,
mean
remember-
the fact that it wasn't the council that said it, it was the mayors that left? Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
We love having to apologize for things we didn't do.
I refuse to apologize.
Because we did genuinely say it was fine, they don't need them.
We said it was fine.
From my understanding, at least.
We said it was fine, but it's also about doing an announcement to town and say that they're fine and blah blah blah. I can't remember. Were you there
You
for that
mean the
meeting?
thing everyone assumed already because, we're not assholes?
Yeah, pretty much.
Is the only actual concern I have as a person is they are very much technically doing exactly what people have described them to do. Blend in, gain friends, and then hunt from there on purpose.
Yeah. That
Basically
might,
gain trust.
there might be something I need to chat to you about that the ancestor told me, so we'll wait for that to be back in the
Sure.
shop, yeah.
I want to say something, but I have a feeling like you will kill me as soon as I say it. Oh, no, him, not you.
I can fucking sit down.
Hooray for sitting down. Also, I've just gone on to whisper for a second. So, so the ancestor said, because they can do kind of a soul read kind of thing, apparently. So when it comes to, well, they said about the one that we brought before them, and that is the one that we've taken to be Lily. The first time he saw her, Defleo, like through the soul. But then another time, next time they saw her, not Defleo. That's odd.
So, the first time they saw them, they didn't. They weren't?
No, the first time they saw them as a Defleo.
And then they got a good look and said they weren't.
No, it wasn't even so much that they got. The second time they saw me, it's like they weren't a Defleo anymore.
Oh, that is strange.
Yeah. It's just a thing that when they said it, it kind of brought a little bit of concern to me.
Yeah, it is concerning. What would they be becoming? And how would that even fucking work?
I don't know. It's odd.
Strange.
It's a thing that Defleos are going to have a discussion when everyone's around. Is there going to be a Defleo discussion? But I thought I should probably let you know just in case.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll figure itself out as usual.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring. I just wanted to keep you informed of a concern.
Yeah, I mean, that is concerning. Because isn't the entire thing about anathema is that they take people's places?
Yeah. Yeah, that was kind of...
So there's only two possibilities here. One is they've been an anathema who's half Defleo or something. Or two is they've been replaced at some point without even knowing.
Yes.
Or three you can become one, which is weird to think about.
Maybe the runes on them has done something?
Maybe? I didn't recognize them. They're a strange script. They're not ancient runes. They're not any of the languages I know. They're like hieroglyphs, like from thousands of years ago.
So maybe that's...
But even then, I've studied and... But even then, I've studied and recognized some of those. That's why I could read the runes, the draconic runes from the old Dragon Age.
Maybe they're even older.
Could they be?
Hello?
Maybe is that a unique design? Who knows?
Possibly.
So do we want good news, bad news, or really fucking weird news?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, bad news. My arm seems a little bit slower after touching the orb.
Oh.
So
Well, doesn't your arm work on mana?
A little bit. It works on a shock rock. Basically the same concept as a lightning crystal. It's a little bit.
So maybe it drained it a little bit?
Maybe. good news. There are plenty of air crystals, and I actually know exactly where they are. They're in the mountains. But that brings me to the weird fucking news. There's a tent there, but it looks like it's been lived in, but from a long time ago.
In the mines.
No, on top of the mountains. Do you know where the crystals on the side are, where the lightning crystals are?
Yes,
They poke out
I
the
was
yellow-
actually just up there, and I was going to say, hey, anyone want to come look at it with me?
I was just, how did we not see each other?
I mean,
no.
I saw you, but you were below.
No, I mean where the lake is. On the side cliff face.
Yeah, up there.
Huh.
Also, not like it looked like it was lived in, like the fire was yesterday, last night.
There wasn't a fireplace where it was looking at.
I mean, we could just go check it out and
Yeah.
see.
Are there two?
We can leave as a gems here file.
Yes.
Okay, it's the cave above the main Myvan cave.
No, it's the opposite
Isn't
side.
this
the
Frey's
one-
tent?
Yeah, I think that's Frey's tent on top of the.
Do you know? I wish I had where the haunted house is, the torn down one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's on that side of the cliff side that the lake surrounds.
Okay. Two different caves.
Yeah, there are a couple of bones there, like sitting there. There's also something placed. It's not a cave. It's a tent. It's somebody lived.
Oh.
Like just a tent.
Okay, so you weren't in the cave.
No, I was on top of them. This age is scared, and it doesn't.
It got really weird. But so I mean, we do need to get the wind crystals. That would be useful in general. But then we can check that while we're there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I looked for any notes or anything. See if there was a name to anything. Nothing. There's just claw marks. Couple of bones.
Oh, that's gonna be Creature's tent then.
Creature.
Yeah.
Oh, that might be Creature's tent.
Oh, is that?
Yeah,
does
'cause
that
they-
might
they-
make sense. That
they-
would make sense why there hasn't been a fire.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him in a bit.
He may have
It's been the fire.
given. He may have dropped the spine that
Yeah, I
he'd
also
taken
heard-
from the That's with the ancestor now. To help him come back.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
Yeah. Okay, so we know whose tent that is now. So that's fine.
There also was something like big that was placed down, but then moved.
It's about the forge.
Oh, that might have
I
actually
know.
been the spine. The spine was big.
Hmm.
It's like my
I'm
height.
gonna go check out a cave. You want me to join?
No, unless it is something
Okay.
of actual danger.
One mystery
that
solved. They are
I'm
living
in the
right
middle of
next to
going to
a
start the testing
plethora
of the cannon.
of air crystals.
Okay, yeah.
Well,
It's not immediate danger.
Time to get.
One manner of danger.
I mean, it's a dark cave that at least I haven't been in.
I can at least show you it if you would like.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mind. It's going on around. I
Yeah,
don't like.
You can go do your thing though.
Do we potentially want
Oh,
to
we'll see. I
grab
have to find these two.
the drill to at least get a little bit?
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be probably a good
Are
idea.
you in the manner of testing something right now? Both of you.
About to, but it'll take some time, so.
What do you need? Just come back here when you have it.
Ethan.
Got it.
I'll sit back down.
Yeah. I'm gonna go check out a cave that at least I
Well, it's
haven't seen
mostly a
before.
fault of Arvis, but
So you know where I am.
planted the idea of cannonballs that have fire crystals inside of them.
Yeah.
Be good. Just be careful, right?
with magma runes placed on the outside.
They wanted earth and fire, and I said, just go magma.
Well, I'd assume I needed it. So, for my limited understanding of yours field of expertise, something would have to be put in place to keep the fire crystals from colliding immediately. And then the fire crystals would activate upon impact and then trigger the magma runes, and the metal iron as a catalyst would help the shrapnel turn into magma. I spoke of it briefly with Thomas and Iris. I was going to try to find all three of you to see if they can put this to proof. And Kai, since his expertise seems to be more volatile.
Well...
Nope.
If you want to do it in the rudimentary way, you would just take the crystals, put them in a stable condition so that they don't rock around. Likely only one large one, too many would just explode on each other. And then on an impact or large impact, the rune would deactivate itself. And, well, obviously, you know what happened next. The crystal would shatter and break and explosion. Shrapnel. If you had a magma crystal, which I don't know if we have any here.
I don't believe we do.
Probably need to get that from Zul. Would, instead of exploding into a fiery ball, would instead explode into a splash of magma, probably melting the cannonball and whatever it touches.
Let me see. If I find Thomas, I'll ask him about it as well.
The last rudimentary way would be embedding the crystals into the cannonball with runes on it that are set to have a trigger of explode on second impact or third impact to ignore the first impact of the cannon's explosion.
I see. I'll prepare the ammunition. I'll have to go find the crystals.
Either fire or magma will work. Earth as well, if you want more shrapnel.
I see. Understood.
I'm sorry to bother you, and everyone. I'll more than likely have
Something
a
you need
meeting
from me.
to address these and everyone in this room, actually, quite honestly. I'll probably have a meeting, get the full details there, but I just wanted to let you all know that
Big drill coming through.
be careful. Please be careful at night. Long story short, the reason I turned out like this was because we had tried to go take out a coven of vampires. And we've just been informed that there was a survivor. Goes by oak crown, white mask, red eyes, heavy cloth, garb, and he was led to town last night. Myself and the crowd are trying to prepare to deal with him as quickly as we can, but we feel it's important that everyone is informed, at least of the danger. And should we also inform the details of the night as well at a later date? Well, that's our reasoning here for the safety of the town, but for the sake of honesty, and so the town is informed.
I'm likely to retire soon-ish. Probably after we get back from this. We take a break. So I'm probably not going to be out at
Alright.
night, and even if I am, I'm pretty good at escaping, especially in the dark.
If you see him, do your best to run away if you can. And if you
Will
can't
do.
find us, please let us know.
White mask and red eyes.
Yeah, I'll
I'll
probably
keep
lock
it in
myself
mind.
in there
Large
as well.
scythe.
Oh,
A scythe. Interesting weapon choice, but fair.
We'll probably call a meeting in general to talk about the wider, yeah, but I just want you to be aware at the very least.
Danke.
Oh. Hello.
Sorry.
Have you seen Erebos? Anyone?
man, we're busy. We should open more.
9.
We should open more often.
Last time I saw them, they were just outside of.
It's almost like that's why I hit the open sign.
Everyone's coming in.
It's weird.
Again, I'm sorry to disturb you.
Oh no, it's all good.
Yeah, it's fine.
Lieutenant,
Yes.
do you know if the captain would be in speaking condition today?
Unfortunately, Tyrion is in. If. Speaking, I suppose, but. For the intents purposes, he is. Needs to recover. So effectively, I'm acting captain in regards to that. Until he can. Recover and be able to perform.
Very well then. I would like to set up a meeting with some of the members of the guard at some point to speak.
Certainly. Feel free to let me know whenever, either now or whenever it's convenient for you.
Of course, I will be assisting Mr. Harvis here with the experiments, but after that I should be free.
Of course, feel free to let me know, or just if you're seeing the guardsmen, just let them know that you're looking for me, and they'll relay the message. Alright.
Very good.
Alright, I'm sorry, I shan't delay you any further.
That's all good.
It's fine. Das ist gut.
Yeah. No, I feel like, you know, we lock ourselves in tonight just to do work. Just do work.
Yeah. Right.
I feel like there'll
let's
be
go
a
get the
bloodless being.
crystal.
a clay, a
Do
bloodless being out
do
at night.
that last test, and I'm probably going to call it tonight. For myself, at least.
Oh god. Are we taking these with us, or are we leaving them here?
We
now?
can leave them here.
Okay,
We
I'm gonna
can
put them upstairs out the way.
do it back here. Yeah.
Oh.
Alright. So, good news is that we know exactly where they are. Bad news is we're gonna kind of have to climb, which I assume you guessed already. Or if you know, just fly. Okay, well.
Can always just jump in the shuttle.
You
Do any of you know how to mine crystals? Asking.
I know how to work with them, not mine them.
Okay, well, I'll give a brief later.
Always been interested to learn.
I've had to chip off a piece of a larger chunk, but never from the source.
Yeah. So, you know how mana is, in a manner of speaking, just energy, right? It
Yeah.
takes different forms, it does so on and so forth, and we know that if exposed to enough pressure, it can explode. Well, it's because with the tools that we have currently, like normal pickaxes, stuff, when they're struck, they kind of have a frequency or a resonance when they're struck. And if it doesn't match and throws it off, that's what causes the crystal to explode. So, the idea behind this is that this metal resonates a little bit better with the crystals, but if you're not careful, they will still explode.
Mm.
Okay. Is there a way to walk up? There's kind of a way to walk up.
Oh dear.
Please do be careful.
Still seems to be a little bit slick from the rain.
Yeah.
Good day, Lieutenant.
Hi. And my palms are sticky. There we go. Just up there, yeah. Keep going. It's actually really, weirdly enough, a pretty direct path.
It's almost like it was intentional.
Lucky for us.
It was. It is lucky.
Actually. So those are lightning crystals. I mean, I'm sure it's obvious by
That's a big one, jeez.
the coloration of them.
Oh yeah, it's huge.
That is large.
But over
Holy
here.
shit! Oh my god, that's a lot bigger than I thought. I thought there was like just this part.
It just kept going.
Holy. It didn't stop.
Oh,
I-
God, yeah, that is a lot.
I thought there'd be less.
These are all the air crystals. And that's the 10 I was talking about.
Hi.
Yeah, I can see that. Well, we only need a few pieces of relative size. Nothing too big. You
I
got the
wanna work
spine,
on it.
right?
Oh yeah, it's
Probably
in
won't
the
do
ancestors'
medium
cave.
sized funds.
So,
Okay. That was all, right? Or was there another one? Was
we got a heart when we went to the Vale, and then
Yeah.
the spine was
Heart,
the other
head,
bit. There's no-
spine.
Yeah, that's the only three bits that he can sense nearby.
But there are more.
But they're a lot further out. But he can regenerate himself from the dark crystals that are in there, which is what he's doing over the next few days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
So we'll have the
What back
ancestors.
can I go?
Maybe the ancestor can put in some good words with me with the 7.
Oh my god.
What? I've never been to Dodoya.
Yeah.
What are these plants?
I know you're mining some.
I don't know, but
So the Valium drill, so it'll work. Yeah, no, you're good. The Valium drill itself is fine. It has no problems with it. I will say this as you are drilling into the
Yeah,
crystal.
they do look nice
It's
though.
not backlashing heavily. You are getting a breeze coming off as the mana is released where you're cracking.
Yeah, if there's a breeze that, like, if I notice that it changes in pressure or it starts blowing a little bit harder, I'm gonna immediately pull it back and stop drilling.
Best way to say it is as you're drilling into this, you're basically it's fucking windy. Yeah,
It's fucking windy.
It's fucking windy.
So fucking windy.
Look at his majestic feathers flowing in the breeze.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
So I will say this: you're noticing that this drill is beginning to. The Valium's fine, but the gears are beginning to wear. They've been heavily mining with this today, so you see some of the gears beginning to wear.
That'll be an issue for tomorrow.
That's a tomorrow issue.
Were you about to say that's a tomorrow bird?
No.
These things are...
That's a tomato issue for them. Why did I go fucking like Italian? What the fuck? Tomato.
That's a tomato.
How many do you think we need?
I would say maybe 2 or 3. So we can test the van, and then if it does anything. And it's always good to just have a few extra on hand.
Then I'll get 4 because I've needed one for the longest time to test something.
It's all good.
Yeah.
As long as we're not
I
overmining
mean,
it, it's all
as
good.
long as we're not depleting it. I mean, there's that one over there, so.
I wanted to go for the smaller veins just because I didn't want the big stuff.
Then I'd say we should get 4 and see how it works with the ore, with the gem, and then use the rest for our own things.
I'm pretty sure.
But they're not reusable, so having them is useful. Also, I need it for that one rune idea, so this is useful anyway. Remember the airway one?
Ah, yeah.
For the dowsing. The counterpart is a dowsing rune.
Be good to have a way to test it a little bit, so be sure it does work.
Yeah, we'll have two of the crystals on hand to test it.
Here's one if anybody wants to take.
Don't do that.
Jewelry box. I just have these on me, I don't know why.
You're a jeweler, that's why.
Yeah, but I needed to restock it. I ran out of medium-sized jewelry boxes. I only have this one. I have a she opens her coat, there's a slot to put 2 relatively large jewelry boxes just slotted. But it's also good for holding books.
There you go. Never win.
Also, they're really good for holding delicate things. They're cushioned.
Smart.
At least it's better than me holding out a fucking cigarette case for them. My god.
More? Alright. And that's just one more, correct?
Yeah. This one is, I believe, just for yourself.
I was about to say I've never smoked before, but that's a lie.
Explain.
Well, remember the beach when I still had the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a day.
That was a day.
The sun is a lie.
Big Linden.
hate pink. It's so fucking stupid. What was wrong with us that day?
I mean, to be fair, it was.
We were too relaxed.
Yeah, I mean, we'd just been for a siege. We needed to relax.
I got the one that I
just swallowed my own fucking saliva. Scheiße.
Well done.
Danke. Anyway,
Also, it feels broken. Well, not broken, but
maintenance.
yeah. As always. I have the one I need. I agree. Anything else?
You okay?
I'm going through it today. Leave me alone. Yeah, I think we're good.
Alright, let's head back, because I don't want to be...
Wie ist das? Wie ist das?
We-
Ist gut, ist gut, ist gut, ist gut, ist
Do you,
good.
do you know what it was? You got too close to those flowers and the pollen got.
I'm not allergic to pollen. I don't have a pollen allergy. I don't know what you fucking mean.
It's so weird to me that lightning crystal... Because...
Fucking
It's
who?
huge. Is that the only one we have?
There's a couple on the other ridge side, I'm pretty sure. You heard that,
I mean,
right?
it looks big enough.
I mean, to be fair, that water crystal down there is fucking huge as well.
Yeah, in the very
Oh.
far distance.
I didn't hear that. I might have just been out of range.
I mean, have you seen how big that water crystal? Oh god, they're all big down there.
Yeah. So, suffice to say that water, if it does work, the water orb will, or soul gem will, have
Sounds
plenty
huge. Yeah,
massive.
I believe so.
Kind of want to see if I could, like, dive into the water, but I feel like it's a really
It would be a horrible idea. You'd splat. Water still hurts at terminal velocity.
Yeah.
I mean, I could turn to a shadow and jump down, or go along the edge of the rock.
Oh, I wasn't gonna do it anyways. If I go in the water, my arm is fried.
Fair.
You've also got the drill. I don't think Vincent would be best placed if that goes in the water.
Yeah.
How did you lose? How did you lose the drill, Juniper? I did a sick, nasty dive.
I got a 10, 10, 10 on the judges.
On the dive. I almost hit a water crystal too. You should have seen it.
I nearly fucking died.
I got the-
drill. Okay, I see my life means nothing to you.
I got a gold at the Olympics. Aren't you proud of me? No.
What the fuck are the Olympics?
Yeah, what the Olympics?
I don't know. Something I read about in a book.
Is it like this weird thing they do plays about occasionally?
Yeah, it's
Every
like
couple years.
Yeah, it's all about.
Ooh, a play about me? That would be so cool.
The stupid bird that splattered on the water and lost the drill.
Okay.
It just the end.
You know, funny thing. My tent up there, I'm actually planning on making a house eventually.
Wow, that would be nice.
I mean, we've got to go good few
I also
houses
plan
out.
on... Right? Also, there's all the crystals right there. I'd be able to watch over them, and if anyone does any stupid, I could throw something at
You
them.
just
right?
fucking yell down from the fucking top of the mountain. Hey!
Get off my crystal lawn! Damn kids!
Holds up drill like fucking a rater. Get off my lawn!
Yeah, or I could like have like I know like a musket specifically to fire warning shots. But like clay.
You just create like this like thing of clay or whatever. Occasionally, it's just like the shape of like the horn, and you just yell through it, and you just yell at the entire place at once. It's like, hey, leave my fucking crystals alone! I see you.
Yeah, no, but I also plan on making a small forge there, like a one that I could work at it too. Just a small.
A mountain forge. More, I guess, for more specialized things.
Yeah, just so that you know how the forge gets busy and there's a lot of people there.
Yeah, fair enough. I understand that. It is kind of in the literal middle of town.
So it's something that can be a little bit separate from people.
Yeah, nice quiet forge.
Would be nice.
You know, I kind of want to make like jewelry cases for those gems. And just tell people it's not for sale. For fun. So yes, you see this very, very beautiful gem that you 100% probably want on a ring. It's not for sale.
Oh, that just drives up like the want to buy it, which means you can charge more. And you do go like, I guess it's for sale.
Yeah,
for
the
like
price
double
can
the price.
slowly price can be whatever I want. But we have the crystals. We just need to do the rest.
Yeah.
Hey, sorry, try that again. Do we have any what?
Do we happen to know what those like scarlet buds?
I don't feel like walking anymore.
Oh, okay.
I heard it that time. See, fuck.
I mean, I guess they're testing my voice. They're testing stuff.
I guess. Someone's testing it. Something. So, we wait for Juniper, I'll go get it.
Oh, so yeah. So yesterday, it was just the recovery, and then the meeting where it's just a lot of arguing for a while. That was nothing was decided, so.
I see.
Yep.
What was the arguing over?
Anathema.
Ah, I see.
It's basically.
I do apologize for my absence.
Oh no, it's all good. You were probably pretty lucky to not be there.
Yeah, I heard it lasted like 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear.
Mm-hmm, you did.
Would have taken a lot of paper for dictation.
Cheap places.
To be fair, you could have just put, referred to page 3 for the same argument.
That is a fair point.
I think, I'm gonna be honest, I think that's my favorite argument to ever bring up. Which is when people just start arguing in circles about the same thing. It's just, refer to my last statement. What? Same answer. You asked the same question, just differently.
We all agreed. Basically, we're all arguing for the same thing, which is the stupid part.
Yeah, so basically, to my understanding, a meeting that was answered within the first 30 minutes or less continued because people didn't just accept the answer of no, they're fine. We never told them that. It became just an argument, I guess, of the same thing back and forth. People arguing for the exact same reasons.
Yeah.
They basically were arguing at each other, but saying the same things but with slight differences that made it matter, apparently. It's my
Is there
favorite
a,
circle arguments.
abbreviation to each side of the argument?
I guess. I don't know. I wasn't there. Did some people argue but leave out certain portions on purpose or something? So it continued.
A little bit, and then yeah, it was mostly just people leaving bits out, and then we find out later in the arguments that it's the same, and then it was just basically that. Oh, come on, brain work. It was basically because of something Violet said before she left, but is when she'd already resigned as mayor, which then made them be a bit more sort of like, gotta be handcuffed and all that, and then wanted an apology from the council, even though Violet wasn't the mayor anymore at that point. So just a mess.
Basically, an apology for something they didn't even do.
Yeah.
In fact, they wanted an apology for something that they agreed to originally.
Right. Interesting.
It is stupid. I mean, I will admit, I am of the opinion that the anathema that we have in town need to be watched. But I am not of the opinion that they should be shackled when they haven't done anything yet. Properly, at least. However, I do believe Luna should be, as they actively attacked an adventurer, as I heard.
Interesting.
And they basically just got a slap on the wrist. The only reason they were even in cell is because Luna put themselves there.
Is the adventurer still alive?
I believe so. It was the one that came back when they were warning our towns and people about the anathema and what they do. It's the fact that they mimic people and disguise themselves to blend in and gain trust. You can see the concern.
Indeed. Did they have a back up this claim?
I believe the adventurers said that as they went through a town that had been killed by anathema. Or at least an anathema managed to sneak in and pretend to be someone's daughter, and when they came back, the town was dead. Or something along those lines.
Oh dear. Most unfortunate.
I believe they said something along the lines of they tested that person, found out they were anathema, and the town refused to do anything about it, saying that they were fine. They've been fine. Like, that's my daughter. Things like that.
We just merely
Very
advise
concerning.
caution. That's
basically. I don't want to kick them out, and I don't want to permanently keep them locked up. But I do want them to be held to the law that we have here. Or at least the rules. I don't even know if it's actually technically law. And one of them, Luna. Well, I think attacking someone kind of breaks that.
Indeed.
Meanwhile, I always hear the stories of how they treated Talia. Basically, the complete opposite. Even if they didn't do anything, if a full moon was coming out, it was basically a given that they would put her in a cage to prevent any issues. From what I heard, at least.
Yeah, I think that's when Gallo was a bigger influence on them as well.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. We're supposed to be fighting him, I think. I don't fucking know.
I don't know either. Has it been put on the back burner for a minute? Did Juniper know to come back here? Like,
I mean, we could just test it without him.
I mean, we can. But
We want to. The Wind Crystal's right here, and the gem is right there.
Do you know what? I'll have a quick see if I can find him, just to make sure, and then... just so we can... Ow!
You have 8 minutes.
That might be dangerous or what? Or
I know.
I'd be effective.
I know.
I'm worried for both.
She pulls out an etch of the
I don't
wall
know.
being,
Lynn's not much of a
like,
talker, so we
a
just
rose
go
that being
action.
etched in the wall.
Damn it. There we go. Damn it.
I'll make sure we deal with him.
So that's number 2 now?
My mother looked at my dad, and my dad just instinctively, just from the look, I think,
I don't know
took the knife and just cut my eye.
Yeah, no, I don't know where he is, so let's just do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Alright.
It wasn't in the fort.
God.
It wasn't in
I summon thee. Come out. God.
You got both of us.
It's a scar.
Scappo just died. Oh no, there you are.
Yeah, it's the Mana Stone.
Yep. So.
Oh.
We're taking.
Yeah, they're really fucking around with it.
Yeah,
Oh, this-
we're taking.
uh,
This
uh.
is the last test I think I'm doing today because I'm gonna switch to Veronica.
I'll leave you to
but
this. Take the other.
Thank you.
The spirit gem on the box, the jewelry box,
Hmm?
is floating above it. The wind one, and we have a wind crystal.
Okay.
So, gonna put the jeweler's gloves on. While I do this, just in case.
Hmm?
And actually, you know what? Hold on. Ivis.
Yeah.
Take the glove off, the crystal back down, hand you the glove. You do it. It might have a unique effect.
Okay.
Wind affinity.
No. I just love the fact that I was like, you know what? I don't want to do this. You do it.
It's not even a matter of I don't want to do this. Like that's pretty clear for because you're gonna do it. But
It's just the way you did it.
Wind affinity.
The way you did it. Yeah, the way you did it was just funny.
It's perfect.
Okay.
Shall hand you the crystal. Maybe you'll resonate with it through the crystal, which then won't burn you.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I rolled 3 times. There's only 3 of you in here. Good.
No.
So,
What the fuck do you mean?
as you touch it, and you see this in the blink view.
Oh no.
What happens is as the crystal touches it, all the air, and then immediately out. You take the brunt of it and get basically thrown out of the chair to the wall.
No.
You prepped yourself because you know this, and you know when you felt it going bad. You get knocked back, but not as bad. They rolled you a 12 hit. Literally 4, 12, and 18. You're far enough away that you felt it tussles the feather in your hair situation.
It's the fucking.
Yes.
A nice breeze. Anyway.
And as you see, pretty much the crystal is fully inert. Mana gone.
Okay. Kind of what I expected. Anyway.
Wow. Oh.
Wow.
That hurt. I didn't expect that.
Yeah, but
I just saw it in a quick flash. Just
does
wind.
Does that hurt?
You know what? I'm glad I wanted to rest after this. I'm just, I don't think I'm bleeding. I'm just hurt. I have a really bad headache now.
I'll damage your wall. No, you're fine. Your wall didn't.
We've already got
your wall's pretty damn high.
We've already got a damaged floor.
Everything. I'll say this. Everything on your desk in a situation, because what happened. Just be more detail what you saw in a brief second. Yes. So all the air basically was pushed off in 360. So yes, everything on that table blown off in different directions.
No.
Did it shatter a window?
Let's see. Did it shatter a window?
There's a few windows.
10, 15. Yes,
Whispering.
as you do, this pedestal right here basically went and out into the grass.
Oh no.
No.
So this window is broken.
Man.
I'll go get the pedestal and the jewelry.
Danke. I'm living good.
Would you like a
Oh, is it me? It's me. Okay, I'm good.
Oh, yeah.
I'm good.
You know what? I think that's enough experiments for the day. Yeah.
Man, I like that window. Kind of.
We might need
I
some-
like that window now. Because it's broken.
We kind
It
of
was a good window.
we should probably board it up a little bit with something at least.
I'll let you figure it out. It hurts. I'm gonna
You know,
rest.
I'm just gonna move some of those crates and just put it in front. It'll be fine.
Fair enough. Just don't block the door.
Oh yeah. I'll put it.
Maybe like take a, I don't know, bookshelf or something. I mean, we have the dresser.
That's a good point.
I'm just gonna take a.
You know, carrying that down the stairs. Can you help me move a couple of these boxes just to cover that? And then
Yes.
I'm not carrying stuff down from up.
Guessing most likely 2 should do it.
Yeah, two should hopefully be fine. Oh God.
Around pillar?
Yeah, around the pillar. And
Guess I'll lead then.
Okay, that's all good.
That works.
Right. Well, I think I'm probably going to rest as well. If you did want to speak to Tyrion, I believe, so hopefully he shouldn't be too busy now. Or the guards.
Hopefully, especially with him taking a moment to rest today.
Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the experiments today.
It was more than I expected to happen, I suppose.
Yeah, we kind of go a little bit crazy when we get given new stuff, so...
I've always been a fan of experimentation, so I don't mind in the slightest.
Sometimes you just got to go for it. That's...
Indeed. Oh yes, I did have one last question.
Oh, yeah.
Do I already have my payment from the last few days, or should I be waiting on that?
Yes, you do. With the 1 gold a day. That's...
Perfect. I should be able to pick up that loot.
Ah, good. Well, enjoy the rest of your day. I'm probably just going to go read books.
You as well. Take care.
Bye.
Yeah, we could.
My one safe space. My one safe space.
We were just sitting on the bench the whole time.
Yeah, we were just
Nothing-
sitting on the bench the
nothing
whole
wrong
time.
happened.
You got it.
Holy shit, what a...
Daydreaming.
I don't care about the tree. Fuck the tree, dude.
I'm taking this for my own Fae DMing things. It's mine. They're sirens now for me. Fuck yeah. Such a good model.
Siren.
Give me a kiss.
Come here. Mwah. Gay.
Yeah.
Just like me. Yeah, you're right. Go on. Insult me with something different. I dare you.
God. What the fuck?
I know what I. What? Oh, it's alright.
Oh, yeah, but fucking broken for me.
Why is he so
but-
small?
Give me a second. Give me a second. Something fucking.
Okay.
Something broke. No, I've got to switch to the other one because it's just like something broke where I couldn't even see myself. So I'm an error robot. God damn it.
VR must have fucking fucked with something.
Yeah, well, I changed into it earlier. I'm just gonna rejoin the world quick. I might fix it. It's been a bit fucky recently. Either
Because
way.
you're Ori right now, but you're like tiny and like.
Yeah, I don't even see that. I just see it as the error robot. So I'm just gonna rejoin the world quick and then hopefully.
I already had this earlier.
Uh,
Have you tried resetting the avatar?
That's a good point. Yeah, that's still giving me the error, so I'm just gonna rejoin first and see how it goes from there.